God, I love these little local stories.
Are you being a bully to your neighbours, Rob?
This neighbor plays loud music.
So you're being a big bully
Oh, wow. Man, this guy's handling it like a champ. Why not get like a pressure washer and fight hose with hose?
I can't do anything.
You can get a bigger hose. So does he just live with his daughter and all of her boyfriends and OnlyFans supporters?
He moved out so fed up by the abuse.
They don't seem
Did he
to
really?
care about what they're doing, and if they
You just abandoned your mom? You pussy! Fucking fight to protect her.
for inflicting
Good luck, Mom.
and
These hooligans are too much for me.
To throw a javelin at a child
A javelin?
on the street.
Everything.
What are these, Roman centurions? Where are they getting javelins?
Are caught in the crossfire.
Oh!
Enraged Rob Rake here, captured here, taking aim at Margaret's guests.
Jesus Christ.
At
Fucking throw that car in a U-turn, a three-point turn, and take him out. That's self-defense at that point. Throw a rock at the car? I did not know that, Peter. Australian slang is the dumbest shit. They call sick days sickies, and breakfast brekkie, McDonald's Mackies. Mackies, excuse me. It's like slang invented by a 4th grade classroom. We'll escalate this conflict then, damn it.
You wonder why you get hosed. Wonder why you get hosed, bro. Why did get it,
Is there is there no law enforcement at all here? Why not move that family out of that house? What the fuck? Oh, we decided just to uproot this family because the other ones are assholes and literally assaulting them. They're fine though. They can continue to assault people. Why don't they call the police? Apparently it just doesn't exist. The only time in the entire history of the ACA when we've watched it that the police have ever acted is when somebody owned a can of pepper spray. That is the only time that they tried to throw the book at someone. It was a woman who had pepper spray to avoid getting raped. And the police said, wait a minute, you can't have pepper spray. And then they tried to arrest, well, they did arrest her. But otherwise, the police just don't act on shit. We saw one of these neighbor videos from the ACA literally blow up a car. They blew up their neighbor's car and didn't get arrested or anything. It's fucking crazy. It really is like Mad Max out there. Is this a brawl or a porn shoot? They're just taking each other's clothes off. Can't hear shit. Alright, then we won't watch this one. It's quiet, but I'm pretty sure you're over-exaggerating. I have cranked everything up as loud as it can go. It's maxed out. It's just a quiet fucking video. What do you want me to do about it? Contact the ACA myself? I have a problem with one of your videos on YouTube. Ghost kitchen popping up in Aussie suburbs? Well, do the ghost kitchens last forever, or do they just need peace? Like, do you need to order the right amount of Krabby Patties before the ghost kitchen goes to heaven or something?
This blurry photo of someone's car and sent it to Victoria's.
Which Reddit vigilantes snapping photos of cars on the road just waiting for someone to litter?
Doing the deed.
So this is
We got you now.
but you can't even see the number plate.
Take that, motherfucker.
No, there are no number plates visible in the whole photo.
So they can't even prove that it was you.
No, they can't.
So why did they decide it was her?
Really, inside a courtroom, that would not stand as evidence.
Taken by the ACA. Yeah, the ACA is the one that snapped that just for the sake of a story.
If they're
Is this an Android?
legal reviews and it's pointed out to them,
Lawyer bot?
continue to act in
I'll check out Monster.
Eric, I like that.
Eric looks like a nice guy.
basement has a basement.
I like it down here.
Don't trust her, Eric. My man! Good shot of Eric's ass. Now we're cooking. Well, I'm not taking any chances, Eric. You're going too wild out here. I get it's a YouTube horror thing, but I'm not taking any chances. You've lost your goddamn mind, Eric. It's not fine. I'm not taking chances. You don't know what Eric's capable of in the basement. Why not swing it? Just for good measure, in case it's using cloaking technology. Jesus. Man, he is really giving you the what for right now. Hit him with the baseball bat. Oh god. He's got you with the old Ermac attack. So I'm guessing... Huh. Damn you, monster! You put water on the floor. So what does this have to do with the soot monster? Wait, is she okay? He saved your life and that's how you repay him? Fake. Yeah, that monster's not real. Soot can't be a monster. What the fuck? Goddamn paid actor. Man, that dude's gonna come out back in here tight as fuck, like he just saved her from a bathtub. And now he has to do it all over again. You've summoned it now? Well, wait, this throws that theory out of the water. She was supposed to die from cutting her finger? The soot monster is a depiction of PTSD? What, she has PTSD from cutting her finger on glass? Oh! He's not there for her. It's her sister. Well, now what if they fucked with the circle on her hand? Like, what if they, like, squiggled it out so he couldn't make a perfect circle out of it? Would he be upset? Would he leave? Man, straight Indiana Jones down her. Well, it probably doesn't work that way. I don't think the soot monster is connected to you. Yeah, now he's just laughing. Why? Is he just getting, like, creative with his shit? Is he going for, like, a high score or something? What was that teddy bear murder game for the Xbox? Where you play as a bear who gets points for creative killings? Teddy stuffs a lot? Or something? Woman discovers she's living next to drink driver who mowed her down. So she got hit by a drunk driver and he moved in next to her? God damn. He's coming to finish the job.
Well, we're no...
Do you have anything to say to Lorraine at all?
Oh, is that the drink driver?
Here in the leafy suburb of Belrose.
Wouldn't it be wild if the same drunk driver hops the curb and takes out Danielle here?
This road and failed to make a right-hand turn, smashing straight into Lorraine.
Whoa, Jesus! She teleported.
They're neighbours.
So you're not only sharing.
Well, go beat her ass.
The back of her house is literally 2 meters to the back of her house.
Beat her ass then.
She pops her head.
It's
over the fence
convenient.
as well.
You don't even have to go
She
far.
quite often stared.
As they just stare back at her.
She was on bail conditions, so it's really.
Yeah, Australia kind of sucks with like law enforcement. It sounds like.
It's really hard.
Was overturned. Instead, she was given an intensive correction order, meaning she could serve her prison term at home. She was banned from driving for 10 months.
Really?
Would you like to apologise to
Wow.
her? I have.
Justice.
It's a daily reminder.
Hey,
isn't it?
we don't feel like sending you to jail. Can you just like go home? Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, just stay there for a little while. I don't care. Jesus, law enforcement in Australia must be a real piece of shit.
To give it
Have been prosecuted.
Well, send your husband over there and just give her the hands. Make her move.
What if she's behind?
What the fuck?
Peter Fraser is.
There's clearly no law enforcement in Australia anyway. Just go full vigilante.
No one wants to be a victim of road trauma, and we really need
Agreed.
to start to focus on their needs.
University of New South Wales Emeritus
What
Professor
did that
Alan
statement
Williams,
have to do with
researcher
anything?
in road safety.
Yeah, no one wants to get hit by a car. Maybe we should start trying to help them a little bit. Oh, thanks, expert. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair.
There's something wrong.
Yeah,
Clearly something
so
wrong
take
with
the
someone
law
who
into
did
your
this.
own hands.
Can I get back?
That's clearly what the
This
court is
the
telling you
first
to
time
do.
Lorraine has
Well, once again, there's no justice in Australia, it seems. Dirty dumpers caught in alleged rubbish removal scam. It's not often you hear the term dirty dumpers tossed around so casually. That must be a pretty high crime. Ooh!
An ugly scar.
Looks like a plane crash.
A stinking rubbish tip.
It's like a plane crashed and then ejaculated.
It's a dump.
He confronted Chad.
Quick, Chad! Skate away!
His name was Alphonse Gadgetar.
Where's that from? Mate, find me something to do. I'm gonna have some.
Alphonse Gadgetar. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That sounds great. Skate away, Alphonse. They can't catch you on the board.
What's your name?
Rip and shred.
Alphonse admits his true identity.
I'm Chad Johan.
Before suggesting I should have intimate relations.
I thought he was Alphonse Gadgetar this whole time.
Go your mum, go mum's dog, go
Holy shit.
go your mum.
Hefty fines dished out to culprits seem to have little or no effect.
They rack up fines.
Yeah, Alphonse Gadgetar has all the money in the world.
And nothing changes.
85,000 in fines. Kelly Payne has racked up 45,000.
Weak.
They're
Imagine being deemed an illegal dumper.
And the consequence of
What an embarrassing title.
Johan allegedly spitting at Rick Giardini after
This guy just like throws chairs out of his driver window. Fuck it.
cameras hidden in the bush.
Let it ride.
Catch these
Man, these guys have like an addiction to dumping.
So you got a heap of business cards here? Oh yeah.
I can't imagine they get this much business to just throw shit away.
Illegal dumpers.
Really hard thing to accept that people would actually take this rubbish and then just dump it.
Dennis Tang
Well, what do you think happens? They're just dumping it in the wrong spot. That's what happens to garbage. It gets dumped
Right there.
in a designated dumper.
Applied very, very quickly.
They just happen to be throwing it on the side of the road.
And they came in and they
And in a forest.
rubbish.
Johan introducing himself as Jared.
How much are you out of pocket with?
$380.
Man of many faces. I like Chad Johan. He's cool.
They manhandle the fridge
Kelly
out the
Payne
door
sucks. He hasn't
and
done
wheel
anything
it
cool.
Down the... Sure enough, she found the fridge dumped on the grass verge just down the street.
And I just set it out in front of one of the neighbours' houses behind a tree, so I couldn't really
Yeah, we'll throw away your refrigerator. They just take it outside and drop it on the ground. Don't forget to tip us.
And scams the scammers.
Ooh. They throw away Alphonse Garagegabo's house. What was his name? Gadgetar. Alphonse Gadgetar.
Mike accepted the job.
Please be Chad. God, please be Chad Johan.
This is my mobile phone.
We'll plant it inside this cushion, and as soon as it's on the move, we'll know about it.
Look, just
Then all we had to do was
they just steal his phone. Ah, cool. Nice tip. If this is a known illegal dump, why don't we do something about it?
Dumper to remove.
Like post like a security guard. What do you mean just guard it? That really is all it would take. Look at this guy. Do you think Kelly Sierra Payne or whatever his name is gonna do something if a security guard's like, nope, can't dump that here?
I'm John.
What's he gonna do? Eat a cheeseburger at him? It's a simple solution. If you know it's an illegal dump site and you don't want it dumped there, just post somebody there. There's a sign. Never mind, you're right. They've done all they could.
He had no excuse.
Please don't dump here.
What are you doing?
What do you mean it didn't work? They still dumped here?
They just have no shame. No shame at all.
Johan.
So why don't we arrest them?
Rest until.
Is there even a such thing as a prison in Australia?
And we're glad that.
If Johan and Kelly Payne refuse to pay those fines, the dumping squad can seek restraining orders. And if they breach those, they could be arrested.
Ah, so it only takes what was it? Like 15,000 cases of illegal dumping, and then they still have like 3 more chances? We're gonna ask them not to, but if they do, we're gonna say don't do it, and if you do, you might be arrested. That ought to stop them.
Bill is a caravan park squatter on parole. He's an expensive headache for site owners Graham and Jan because he owes them thousands. But the law says he can't be kicked out.
I hate squatter
They pay him a
laws.
visit.
Fuck squatter laws. That shit needs to be changed ASAP.
Rude. Despicable.
Goddamn, Grip. Appreciate the 10 gift subs,
running
man.
out of options to get him out.
Are you squatting here at the moment?
Not answering your question, so please leave.
Doesn't pay a cent of rent and thinks he can do all this to us. It's just beyond a joke.
Welcome to squatters, baby.
This person is taking advantage of both them and the system.
He's the caravan park squatter with a dark past, refusing to leave or pay rent.
He owes $5,400, which is virtually 9 months' rent.
Graham and Jan Bolton have run Green Hills Caravan Park.
How do you beat this raid boss of squatting?
While the business has experienced some difficult tenants, the couple say William Pine is by far the worst they've ever had.
He's using our water, our power,
No.
destructive in the park, tampering with our sort of services and that, and gets away with it.
Bill moved into the park in November last year and agreed to pay $160 a week in rent, but within months he'd stopped paying. To make matters worse,
And then he
the
becomes a
couple say
legal
every
squatter.
time they complain to Bill, he
Rough.
retaliates.
Thanks to the tier 1 Waddles and the resub Equinoxa.
Doing things properly in the park to get him out here to go over everything. He's just a troublemaker. He can't help himself.
William Pine likes to play the innocent victim, even calling police on the
A squatter
owner.
is someone who
But
lives in
it
a
turns
property
out
illegally.
this squatter
If
is
they
a
live there
convicted
long enough, they get squatter rights.
Told he was a known pedophile.
So let's say you and your family went on vacation for 2 months and you left your house vacant, and a homeless man moved in the day after you left. By the time you come back, he has
Even
legal
before
rights
they
to your
knew about
property.
his past,
Obviously, I don't
Graham
know the
issued
time
Bill
frame,
a
but
notice
squatter
to terminate
rights.
tenancy over unpaid rent.
There's rights
back
to
in
protect
May.
squatters.
When Bill refused to leave.
Fucking hate it.
The park owners
I get
went
why
to
they're
the
there,
New
though,
South
to a certain
Wales Civil
extent.
Administrative Tribunal.
When we
It's not 7 years.
finally
Not
got him
everywhere.
To Ancat Court, the member told him that
Some of
didn't-
them are
he couldn't
really lenient
adjudicate
on the time.
case because we didn't have him under a contract, and virtually told him he could live here free forever. Why should I be dealing with this? He knows
Thanks
damn
for the
well
tier
that
1
he
name
owes
goes
us
here.
this amount of money, and he's sort of abusing me.
Hi, Bill.
Just burn the
from
goddamn
Current
RV down. What's
Just
he gonna
wondering
do?
if we could speak to you about the ongoing dispute you're having with the owners of the caravan park at the moment.
Thanks for the prime, Tainted.
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say?
Nothing to say.
And are you squatting here at the moment?
I'm not answering your question, so please leave.
We understand you've refused to pay them rent.
He's going
And you
home.
owe them $5,000.
The reception Bill gave us is one Graham
Thanks
and
for the
Jan
resub,
say
mister.
they're given time and time again.
It's just got an ongoing thing. He just ignores you, swears at you.
Having slammed the door in the face of the caravan park owners again, Bill has now been inside his van for more than an hour and is refusing
Whoa.
to come out, leaving Graham and Jan at a loss of what to do next to evict this squatter.
Where do you go? The police say you can't throw him out. You can't turn his bloody power off. What do you do?
The difficulty here is this fellow did not have a written lease, and so he's what they call a tenant at will. And unfortunately, the landholders are subject to the laws in that respect.
Lawyer Christine Smythe
And those laws, baby,
but says the
are
only
beautiful.
solution is by entering a lengthy, complex and possibly costly legal battle.
They can spend the money getting the proper legal advice, but they won't be able to recover it. So they may recover the $5,400 odd, but they may spend just as much to recover it.
Bill, we're here to collect the rent.
They should just make it a living hell for him to live there.
When are you going to start?
Egg his RV. Just get like a bunch of hooligans together to use it for graffiti. Pee in his cars.
Ring the police, is it?
Like, just make it miserable for him to live there. That's how you combat it.
Gas blokes, fair trading. What's your next move?
Just as Graham and Jan predicted, Bill has called the police.
Take his
on
grill.
us.
William Pine?
Oh, that's
Bill's
him,
nothing
right
without his
over the
grill.
door. Yeah, we knew he'd call you.
But he wasn't too keen to chat with them while our cameras were rolling.
I'm going to put all my cameras here.
How do I find out what you want?
Send the cameras.
Thanks for the resub trap.
Do you want to invite us in, William? We'll have a chat.
Oh, that's sweet, Brock. Thanks,
Can't
man.
help you then if you don't talk.
I'll
to
take a
us,
look.
mate.
Court documents reveal William Pine was convicted of 3 counts of indecent assault of a minor in June last year.
That sounds like a squatter.
And then again in February this year of failing to comply with reporting under the Child Protection Offenders Registration.
The parole officer came out here.
But because he's a squatter, those charges are
So
waived.
it's quite official. He is a known pedophile.
Other tenants at Green Hills are supporting Graham and Jan's tough stance.
If it was me and I owned the park, I'd
Thanks to the
just
Tier
get a
1
tow
faux
truck
lamprey.
and pull the thing out. I mean, that'd be the Australian way, wouldn't it?
This bastard owes us over $5,000 in rent, has totally refused for 9 months to pay anything. Are we allowed to tow him out or turn his power off?
Oh, that'd be something that you've got to organise with the tribe. Have you been to the
We've been to the tribe.
He's a fucking pedophile. Why are you fighting for his right to squat and live there for free and leech off their power?
Breakthrough. The park's security cameras capture Bill leaving with his caravan in tow.
Oh, nice.
A day Graham and Jan thought they would never see.
It's just such a relief to see him go. I got to thank you.
The sad thing is, though, they literally couldn't do anything. He just left on his
I
own.
pity the next park that this despicable person ends up at.
Graham and Jan have no idea where Bill's gone. He
I've
left
actually seen
still
that
owing
V-Man.
them $5,000.
It's fucking wild, man. Squatting shit is... It's insanity. Like, I feel like at some point, though, there'd have to be, like, stipulations in squatters' rights to be like, hey, this is clearly ridiculous. Thieves targeting red meat. Alright, fine.
The relentless drought has pushed meat prices up, and with wages not keeping pace, shoplifters have a new target. So supermarkets have resorted to extreme measures.
People shouldn't have to steal meat. We shouldn't.
Ooh, this is intense.
On meat.
They've got their eyes on the eye fillets. This thief likes his beef.
It's not surprising, meat's gone from $3.50 a kilo to over $6 a kilo.
Ooh, damn.
The shopper is found with Hungarian salami down his pants.
Well, where else are you gonna put it?
Light-fingered shoppers with a taste for red meat are sometimes caught red-handed, but mostly they get away with it.
You're stealing from the producers of the product as well as the big supermarket.
But it's not just Coles, Woolies and Aldi paying
What kind of shit goes on in Australia? You got fucking squatting epidemic with Bill and his pedophile caravan? Red meat thieves?
It is expensive, and we're retired folk, so we've got to be careful about how much money we do spend.
Now the supermarkets are fighting back, cracking down on cutlet crooks and pork pilferers.
It's as a result of a long-term
selling them tainted meat,
shrinkage and shoplifting.
poisoning
You
them.
might have noticed Coles and Woolies are using security tags on choice cuts of pre-packaged meat in a bid to combat theft.
That looks so high tech.
That's the way that Coles and
That
the
packaging looks like it's right off of the International Space Station.
protect their profits. So be it.
It doesn't bother me to buy meat like that.
Yeah.
It's not really going to stop you from cooking it.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't put it in the microwave, I guess.
No, I wouldn't cook meat in the microwave, no.
With billions lost to shoplifters every year, the supermarkets have had enough. Coles recently trialling cameras on top of some self-serve checkouts to catch brazen shoplifters.
In the last 10 years, the price of meat has gone up 100%.
Founder of Pricing Insight, Ron Wood, isn't surprised meat has become such hot property for thieves.
This is
Average weekly
fascinating.
wages have only gone up around 35 to 40%. So the cost of living in real terms has actually gotten much harder for the average consumer.
Mum of two, Penina Peterson.
How much meat is she
Frankston,
smuggling?
Says she's fed up with increasing meat prices.
Got like a fucking Al Capone dealing red meat on the blowdown.
And a lot of kitchen tricks to keep good meat on the table.
The founder of dollardinners.com.au has developed some handy tricks and tips to make her meat spend go further. For instance, she adds veggies and breadcrumbs to homemade meatballs.
We're getting double.
That looks so much
they
more
actually look
expensive
just
than
like
2 packs
these
of meat,
meatballs,
though.
And the kids don't even notice, and they don't even notice that they're eating more vegetables.
Panina slow cooks a lamb roast.
Actually, the
and
Reese
spreads
have
it
Papa
across
Fat and
multiple
calories.
meals.
This is a lamb roast that I've slow cooked, and
I didn't know
shred
that,
this
Papa
up,
Fat.
And I'll get 4 or 5 meals out of one lamb roast, and that's because I'm putting the shredded meat into fajitas and onto pizzas and onto baked potatoes.
She also says she gets triple the amount of meat sauce by thickening it with veggies.
So I might put that meat sauce on some mushrooms and pop them in the oven with some cheese on top. I might put that on top of some zucchini.
How the fuck does this
IGA
combat the
tells us
meat
they've
prices?
installed extra
Just
security
recipes.
cameras over the meat section in many of their stores.
Quite sad that they do that.
Ebony from South Melbourne says she often sees thieves shoving meat down their pants at her local supermarket.
Well, what do you think when you see people doing the shoving down the pants? It must be quite...
Oh, it's very confronting because they just do it and then they just walk out and you see them pull. You go around the corner there and then
I wonder
my daughter just
if they hired like prison guard security to lock down red meat, how far would they go to protect it? Like if you had an Area 51 storm the red meat aisle, they can't stop all of us stealing red meat. How hard would the guards work to protect the red meat?
We can't really get into.
Is there any winning this battle?
Cabinet, and we've got plenty of knives around, so.
you wouldn't want to mess with you guys.
Yeah, so it's a risk.
According to Michael, rising supermarket meat prices are driving more shoppers to independent butchers.
I think people are craving for a bit of service these days. They don't mind paying a little bit more, as long as they can get a bit of service and it's not just thrown at them and you have to take it the way it is at a supermarket.
Personally, I don't shop buy meat in supermarkets. I always rather come eye to eye, face to face with the butcher.
Every dollar that comes into your house, in my mind, should be maximised. And meat is no exception.
What an interesting outbreak. 12-year-old steals credit card and flies to Bali. What kind of 12-year-old steals a credit card and not buy V-Bucks with it? Well, Australia is the wild, wild west out here. Before I forget though, let me look something up. There. No, wait. I'll look at that in a minute. I'm interested. 17 minutes though.
Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. 12-year-old Drew isn't the first kid to run away from home after a fight, but he could be the first who made it all the way to Bali, hopping on a Jetstar flight after breezing through customs here and
what kind of
Indonesia.
customs just lets a 12-year-old solo fly like that?
But first, how did he manage it, and could your child do it too?
Yeah, teach my child how to do it, please. Can I get a fucking tutorial on YouTube?
It was great, because I wanted to go on an adventure.
Oh, you're not going to believe what this kid's been up to.
12 years age, escaped from Australia, and then the parent was a little bit worried.
Shocked, disgusted. There's no emotion to feel what we felt when we found that he left overseas.
That was a week you won't forget.
Hopefully not.
The 12-year-old boy who took himself across
How can this be a
Australia
17-minute story? I stole a credit card and I bought tickets and left.
on his own.
End of story,
with
right?
Not a parent in tow. And don't think it couldn't happen to you.
So a child can have an argument with their parents and leave the country.
He just doesn't like the word no. And that's what I got, a kid in Indonesia.
And no one stopped him at the border.
It's too easy. It's way too easy. There's a problem.
Yeah.
In our system.
Yeah, it's called bad parenting. What do you mean? I hate these parents.
Is terrific.
Same reason YouTube's eating such fat shit, because parents use it to babysit their kids because they can't be bothered to fucking watch them.
Travel agent. Now,
that's on you, lady.
Not to identify him so he doesn't get hassled over what he now regrets. He's a good kid. Just ask Linda, his nan.
Oh, he's kind, he's generous, he's got a heart of gold, and no, there's no problem with him. He's just too intelligent for his own self at the moment.
But Drew's a runner. Packed his bags and left home at the age of 2, but was caught at the local park. This time, he upped it a notch.
Went to the airport.
He ran away from home at 2 years old. Let's get some CPS over there to figure out what the fuck's going wrong.
Or Dad.
Like most kids, he can do a world of stuff on that smartphone.
So after I got
They
the
call
money back from
McDonald's
Garuda,
Maccas in
I
Australia.
went to Qantas,
Nothing that happens
and then
there should surprise
booked it,
anyone.
and
Yeah, that's
then
fair.
They needed a letter from Mum.
They need a letter as well.
Yeah.
Now, he'd been borrowing the family credit cards to do these transactions.
Thanks to the reset
but
player.
Garuda and Qantas wouldn't let him travel. His separated parents soon found out about the 2 previous attempts to go overseas and alerted the Australian Federal Police.
We screamed, we begged for help for weeks on end. And when the first attempt to Indonesia took place, we were told
Man,
his
he must have
passport
really
was
wanted to
gonna
get to
be flagged.
Indonesia.
Now, Drew and Mum Emma, Dad Brett,
I'm
and his
just gonna
sister
wank it
knew
real
Bali
quick.
well.
Be back in
They
5.
have
Godspeed,
annual
Thomas.
holidays there. But Drew is never allowed to be away from his family's side in Bali. It's a fun place, but as we know, it can be dangerous too.
With guidance only. Otherwise, there's no rules. Absolutely no rules.
But for these parents, their worst nightmare was about to happen.
And then I looked up at Jetstar and they said it will work.
Third time lucky.
They didn't say it would work, it said I'm not an unaccompanied minor.
So what didn't work on
I didn't understand a
Garuda,
word he just
what
said.
didn't work on Qantas worked for you on Jetstar.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Nan was told by the AFP.
No, this wouldn't happen. It was in case, you know, it just wouldn't happen. He wouldn't get past any of the airport personnel to get overseas.
But
Hello,
it
Moist
happened.
Father.
Hi,
Nordic
Big
Brave is a pretty cool channel that you may enjoy.
Now.
Also,
I know
you
that
should
channel.
listen to
Jetstar
Sofa
flight
Boy.
confirmed.
It's a banger of
Drew
a
threw
song.
a few things in
I'm
a
very
backpack
familiar with his channel.
and grabbed his precious scooter. Bali, here I come, catching a train to the airport for a flight that unfortunately was via
I'm
Perth.
surprised his mom isn't blaming vaccines for his child's
Don't worry,
escape
he
from the
still had
country.
his wits about him. Don't go to those check-in counters, they ask too many questions. So he self-served himself. And not an alarm bell went off.
Okay, so when you got on the plane in Sydney, and it's going down the runway, and it's taking off, you're heading across the Nullarbor, you're heading towards Perth.
He's
What
really
was going
making it
through
sound
your mind?
cool. He's gonna do it again.
I was like thinking, why am I doing this? But I still had adrenaline from being so angry at Mum, just to not care.
You see, all this was the result of an argument with Mum.
Ever been to Perth before?
No.
Didn't know much about the place?
No.
What'd you do?
Went upstairs to where like watch the
Look
plane
at
take
This
off.
is a weird
Suitable for
camera
Watched the
angle.
AFP
Hidden
in
gem.
Perth.
Oh, you thought they might be onto you?
What the fuck was the point of a camera dedicated
He
to
had
his
to
lips?
move the international terminal in Perth, but again, no one asked any tricky questions of him.
And they just asked for my student ID and
I'll
passport
check it out, Ricardo.
to prove that, like,
That you're over 12
Fire
years
this cameraman.
and I'm in a secondary school.
old, and no one questioned you along the way?
No.
Bali bound, the 12-year-old, all alone, passing his time in the window seat, taking these videos of the clouds.
I think I have Evolution.
Just under 4 hours later,
Pretty sure I
his
have.
flight touches down in
Thanks to the reset.
Denpasar.
Kamikaze
And then they just asked for my passport.
Evangelino.
And then they asked if I was with anyone, and I said, no, my mum's waiting outside because she lives in Bali, and I'm going to meet her outside. And
That was sweet.
he goes, damn, okay.
And he was satisfied with that answer?
Yeah.
And out comes a young boy, all alone, in a foreign country. No luggage.
Why are they reenacting it? I can imagine how someone would leave a plane and walk through an airport. What is the point of that?
stage, had you started to get a little worried? Where am I? I'm here by myself. And I'm 12.
I was a bit worried. Yeah.
He smuggled
through your mind?
mangoes
What's the
throughout
worry?
Australia.
That'd be huge.
Like, what am I going to do?
He jumped a Gojek bike and headed for a hotel where the family had stayed before. The All Seasons. It was reminiscent of a Home Alone movie, although he didn't encounter a soon-to-be president.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Just like Macaulay Culkin, Drew headed to reception and checked in.
And I said my sister was coming, and I was just checking in early because she was going out.
He was a sweet young kid, just like the one in Home Alone.
Reservation for McAllister?
A reservation for yourself.
Think about it. A kid going into a hotel, making a reservation? I don't think so.
And just like the movie, they let Drew in.
That's pretty fucking wild. I wouldn't have thought that would work.
Renting.
I could see airport working. I could totally see that.
Driving the motorbike around. Please tell me you had a helmet.
Yeah,
You did.
they gave one to me.
Okay. 12 years old, and they gave it to you. You don't have a licence.
They just want the money.
I hate this
questions asked in
cameraman.
Bali, are there?
That's such a fucking weird
For
angle.
the next 4 days, he walked the streets, did some shopping, sightseeing, took in the atmosphere.
Did you touch the minibar?
Did you fuck any of the Bali prostitutes?
Did you do anything that you shouldn't have done? Aside from the trip to Bali.
Coke, meth.
I drank a beer.
You did have a beer.
Damn. That kid has a
Where'd you
baby
have that?
tooth coming in and he's
At the
pounding
beach.
shots
Did
with some
someone
Bali
in Bali
hookers. Fuck yeah.
Actually sell you the beer?
Yeah.
They really do have different rules over there, don't they?
Yeah.
Why is
Each day, he's
even the
come
interviewer
back
was
to
licking his
room
lips?
for a rest.
I might have to
Before
plan a
hitting
trip
the
to
beach,
Bali.
Restaurants and,
You wanna come?
well, whatever else.
Did you then start to think, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, I was thinking how was I going to get home, and then I don't know how, but I sent someone my location, and then that's how Mum called the AFP.
He'd been ignoring the frantic calls and messages from home on his mobile, but perhaps when he posted a video of his antics in the pool,
Holy shit.
device gave him up.
That's when I collapsed.
Well, that means he had to have a friend film that, right?
Worst words of my life. They confirmed he left Australian waters 4 days previous.
The Bali boy holiday was about to come to an abrupt end, thanks to Chief Police Commissioner Wirajara.
The Australian Federal Police came to my office and mentioned about that issue, that we were together, proceed to the All Season Hotel on the time to check, and the hotel
He does it
says
twice? What do you mean he does it twice? In this
there was
video?
a teenager stay in the 115 room, you know.
I just went to the beach, and then by the time I got back, Consulate was there with Balinese police officer, and it was pretty big too.
We had been waiting like a couple hours in the hotel together with the IFE and also the Consulate General.
This cameraman is
Then
giving
he
off
came back
weird
from the
vibes.
beach, yeah.
We need to
He
look
was in
him
the
up
beach when
and
I
see
came to
why
the
he's in
hotel.
jail.
That
And
sounds
he
about right,
smiled.
Tank.
He's very
Thanks,
nice, he's very
Dougal.
cute, as usual as a kid, you know.
Cute and cunning.
So I said I was going to get my stuff from the room,
Yep.
and then I locked myself in the room.
He put a chair under the door and closed all the windows.
I was a bit scared about the police officer.
Because he was so big.
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
A few minutes later, they unscrewed the window and nabbed him.
They told us as a family to sit tight. We'll bring him home.
I keep him in a special room in my staff room. He is not in the jail because he is a teenager. We are not allowed to arrest, and then he not commit the crime also in Indonesia.
True, Drew had broken no Indonesian laws. No one had a right to hold
Fair.
him or escort him to the airport for deportation.
The AFP said we only had 24 hours, otherwise they'll let him go, because illegally in Indonesian law, he has done nothing wrong.
Consular staff stayed in the police station with him.
Ah, he only needed to hold out a little bit
He could
longer.
leave of his own will at any time.
We're a mess. You got a child in Indonesia by himself, who's as savvy as him, riding motorbikes, organising his own little life over there.
Yeah, probably
Mum
setting up
and
a fucking
Dad
crime
rushed to
syndicate.
Bali. Unfortunately, all direct flights were full, and they too had to go via Perth. But once in Perth, with the clock ticking on that 24 hours, Jetstar stopped them from boarding the international flight.
Ooh.
We couldn't go to get on the flight
Jetstar. Fuck yeah, baby.
now. And that's when...
Seems
my
like the
partner
kid
on the phone
infiltrated
and said, well,
Jetstar's
how did my
CEO or
12-year-old
something and
son
held him hostage.
get on a flight,
Stopped them from getting on the
without
plane.
being questioned, and you're
I
questioning
want to live in Bali.
us as adults.
We've got to do
Nan was beside herself.
And I was more distraught that things weren't moving along fast enough to get that child back.
Eventually, sanity prevailed, with the airline forcing them to sign a waiver. On the ground, they rushed to the cop shop.
What happened when Mum and Dad were coming down the corridor and you're sitting on that chair?
It was just like them walking in slow motion.
Really?
I could see him through the window and he looked at us as we were driving in, and I think I broke. I was broken by then.
Did you get a smack on the backside first, or did you get a hug and a kiss?
I got a hug off Dad. Mum didn't do anything. She was angry.
We just wanted to know why, why did this happen? Why did you want to leave so bad to go to Indonesia when we go every year anyhow?
He was mad at
There was
you.
a lot of emotion there.
All three of them checked into another hotel. Well, you could imagine what she would have said to the staff at the All Seasons.
What kind of hotel allows a child to check in alone? The boy had a very convincing story.
For the next 2 days, he was never out of their sight. And unlike the 2 boarding passes in, this time they had 3 going out. They've been back a few weeks now.
And he's about to
it's
do it
starting
again.
to sink in.
He was never flagged.
Let's see the sequel.
If they'd done their job, this wouldn't have happened.
You've got to be 18 to vote.
Thanks for
You've
the
got to be
tier
18
1
to
hoodie.
Drink, yet you can be 12 and leave the country on your own.
Yeah, that's right. And
That's far more dangerous.
yeah, that's right. And to another country with different laws.
So easily fooling our Australian police, our federal police, customs, everyone. What about those other kids that have gone underage? What about, child trafficking? I'm worried about now. It doesn't kind of relate.
Well, child
to
traffickers
us. It
aren't
just
buying
starts
their own
outside the
plane
box now.
tickets,
Do you know that
to be
things
fair.
could happen to you over
So that probably isn't a
I
concern.
was realising.
They're not like signing up to
there?
be
'Cause you're a
trafficked.
smart kid. There's no doubt about it. I got a daughter who's 1 year younger than you, and she wouldn't know how to leave our suburb, let alone leave the country and go to another one. So you're very cluey, but sometimes when you're at this age, I say this to my children, you just don't know. There's things in the world that happen and can happen to you.
And you would know too.
Yeah, and we see it in our jobs. There's bad men out there, and they can do things to children.
I keep seeing he does it twice.
Yeah,
Where can I find the
these
second
things that
time?
Conjure in your mind
And is the second time, do they still have this fucking disgusting lip cam? Or did that man end up in jail?
Kids don't.
Well, we still.
This
are
cameraman needs
shocked.
to be fired ASAP.
The relent.
Where's the second one? I'm just gonna type it in like this. I'm sure it'll come up. And that didn't work. Does anyone know? Like 10 people have said he does it twice, and I'd like to see the second time.
All right, and what happened to the alert on his passport?
Good question, because
Oh, wait,
I
is
love
it?
that kid. He is super bright.
Is it maybe an
but
epilogue?
So naughty, and he should never have made it out of the country.
no, he shouldn't have. But he's such a likeable rogue. First time I met him, Tracy, he shook my hand and he looked me in the eye and he said, "Nice to meet you, Brady." And when I'd finished the day, "Thank you very much for everything." And that happened a couple of times. He was a lovely, lovely fella. He was a bit like that. Another movie analogy. I'm sorry, but a bit like.
I mean, that's
Leonardo
like how
DiCaprio
anyone
in
would
Catch Me
respond.
If You Can. He was likeable, but
Go to the
cunningly
channel and
clever.
search it
Really?
there.
Cunningly clever.
Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw.
Oh,
Welcome.
does he go to Bali again or just
We
leave the
begin
country? Yeah, I think you're just lying to me, unless this is him. Search 12-year-old. Yeah, alright, whatever. I don't think that's going to bring it up either. Nope. I'm just going to assume it's not real, and I've been
Hello.
epic pranked. Man, a current affair's got some crazy stories. Caravan park from hell. Is it Bill again? Squatter won't leave after couple take him in. Is it Bill? I want to see this.
Stay the night in any caravan park and you'd expect the comforts of running water and electricity, maybe even a communal shower block. But you won't find any of that at this park. It actually looks more like a rubbish tip.
Fair.
You
are
should
the
watch
beautiful
Four Strokes
Central
on
Coast
YouTube.
of
I
New
think
South
you will love
Wales,
it.
where the North Gosford
Is that the
Caravan
golfing
Park
thing? Is that
has
a
been
golfing
operating
thing?
now for 5 years.
He actually charges them rent to stay in there.
There's 2 tenants that live in each of them caravans.
Tenants?
Yes, yeah, they pay rent.
Damn.
There's different ages, but they're probably up to 35, 40.
Male and female.
Male and female.
And where are the bathrooms?
There aren't any.
No phone, no light, no working motor car, not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe.
I can't believe people would pay to live there.
As can be.
That just goes to show you can sell anything.
Australia's worst caravan park.
There's the prime chicken.
No, I'm not going in there. I'm sorry.
But the resort owner has grand plans.
Well, there's only one of me. Rain wasn't built today, thank you very much.
At least he put in the umbrellas and deck chairs.
There's no pool.
No, it's a shame. No spa bath or anything.
Oh no, there's a spa bath. I can see one.
Yeah, you
just
got the
here.
spa bath?
Yeah.
But don't expect to see this joint on Getaway anytime soon.
There's people living in there.
They're helping me fix the house up.
But they're not your Hyatt type of client.
How the fuck do you even find this place? Where is it listed? Airbnb?
You have to keep all your doors locked.
You do?
Because you're too worried about these people coming in.
There's some average people that hang around here as well.
Sam lives across the laneway.
I've got kids that want to play out in the street, but we don't let them because of this.
Do they interview the couple that
Jeff
lives there?
and
I'd like
Joy
to meet
are
them.
right next door.
It's devalued all the properties in the area.
And Rebecca on the other side says council has done nothing about it.
How long have you been complaining for, Rebecca?
Once a week for the last 9 years.
All the neighbours here
Efficient.
have contacted council.
Yeah.
Are they even sure people live there? It
Year
could
after
just be
year.
corpses by this point.
And nothing happens.
And there's so much of it, it's now falling into neighbouring properties.
That's my land there. He's on my land.
Go
5
beat his
years
ass.
ago, fire engulfed the home that once stood there, rendering it unlivable, you'd think.
I'm sure if their house is burned down, I'll be helping them, but they don't help me.
So with no rent coming in
When life
and
gives
no
you
offers
lemons,
of help, budding
charge
resort
people to live
magnate
in your charred
David
remains, I
Rowland
guess.
decided to bring in caravans, and neighbours fear a second fire is coming.
When I go out, I wet the wood down. In summertime, I wet that timber down. I don't go out unless I wet it.
Roland lives in a nice property away from the mess with his maintenance man, who also doubles up as a would-be David Attenborough, lecturing me on the rats and snakes at the caravan park.
If there's rats, well, there can't be snakes. Because then that means
Well,
that there'll
nature's
be
not
no
working
rats.
perfectly on
He's
that
not
lot
wrong.
of land over
He's
there.
onto
There's a lot
something.
of things not working perfectly, my
Obviously,
friend. On that lot of land over
As a
there.
resub slap.
You can understand, mate, your house... I'm not talking to you anyway. I'm talking to you. I can understand your house is burnt down, mate.
God,
and
that guy looks
that's
so
a bad thing
wise.
that happened.
Unlucky as you.
Absolutely.
But he also owns
Here's
an
the thing, though,
actual
Dave.
pile of
You
shit.
keep bringing rubbish into the place. That rubbish wasn't there when the house burnt down.
Yeah, there he goes again. There's not much
Thanks
to
to the Prime. I see you
Well,
know
it is
judo
just
well.
before midnight, but that's a chainsaw Roland is using in his park.
He's trying to quickly vacate the land up here to get that caravan on here, quick smart, before council do anything about it.
I need someone to put my tools and my possessions. I'm not talking to you guys anymore if you're going to abuse me.
I'm not abusing you, but people have got they've got a right to live in harmony, and you're not making that possible for them.
Well, I want to
I mean,
myself.
to be fair, no one should be living in that. It was their
They've decided
choice.
to live over here. It's very nice. Why should they live like that?
We don't know what the circumstances are here, but some hoarders, we are told, have mental health issues. But what of the mental health of those affected?
This is a joke.
And you shouldn't have to put up with
I've got children, they have children.
We know it's not fair.
Okay, I mean, that's a useless argument. Who
Apart
cares?
from talking to people like you, we didn't know what to do.
I was hoping to talk to
It's just a piece of
anyone
shit in the
here
middle
at
of the road.
Central
It
Coast
needs to be
Council
burnt down.
about
Doesn't
the
matter if you have kids or
appalling
not.
situation ratepayers find themselves in.
Hate that. Think of the
I
children
had
shit.
many difficult questions for them, but they must have known because they sent me a one-paragraph statement that said, in part, it is not appropriate for council to comment on an ongoing compliance investigation. It has been 5 years. Pathetic.
You got a smile on your face at least. That's good.
Does he live there?
At last.
So's my wife.
For 25 years, yes, 25, Ian and Dunker had to live next door to this.
You just look at it and you just...
Oh wait, is it resolved?
It's not right at all.
Until a current affair with a little more pull than Ian and Dunker got on to Cumberland Council 6 weeks ago.
It's
We'll be
yeah, it's
looking at
Bill in
using our
disguise.
resources and potentially the resources of third party to get a sustainable solution.
Council has been here now.
Every day for 2 weeks.
And will be back later this week. Well done, Cumberland Council.
Good work.
There's absolutely truckloads of it. Probably 4 times a day.
And they're still going?
And they're still going. All right. Thanks very much for Brady.
No worries, mate. Back at the North Gosford Caravan Park,
We're fed up with it.
no such compassion is coming from Central Coast Council.
You have no idea what we are living next to. No one.
Surely there's like a vigilante approach here.
And you've dealt with it.
I'm so sorry the council is ineffective and not doing their job.
Granted, I don't know what it would be besides setting it on fire and ruining your own property.
In the next 6 months.
In the next 6 months. So if I come back in 6 months, it'll all be cleaned up?
Yeah, hopefully the house will be back up there.
That would be unbearable. The neighbours say they strongly suspect nothing will change, so we
I would like to
will
see a
continue
follow-up.
to ask Central Coast Council when they will finally act.
Man, Current Affair is like the live PD of trivial news. This is nuts. This is nuts. I love it. Oh, hey, look, they actually did follow up.
Of course, we're all used to seeing caravan parks
Oh,
filled
no,
with
this is different.
families and retirees looking to
Just the
kick
same
back
title.
and relax. But this is no ordinary campsite. The residents here are at war with the park's manager, who they say rules the place with an iron fist.
The way it should be. The way God intended.
Ah, the camping life. Usually so scenic, so serene.
Hey! See ya.
I feel like I'm living in a dog kennel.
A what?
But in this little park of horrors, residents aren't pitching tents, they're carrying pitchforks.
What would you want to do to him?
Wring his neck.
Their sights are set on one man they call the commandant of the caravan park.
I have work to do. I have work to do.
No, I want to see his face.
Questions about this caravan park, okay? Hey, look. Oh, no need to lock us in with you.
Basically like living like an animal. It's like living in a prison cell. Definitely. Like, with all the boards.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Place.
That fucking sucks.
Home is not so sweet for Matt Drew, who pays $100 a week to live like this.
There's no water connected. I've got no stove, no gas, no nothing. My power cord runs from his shed.
But he says the worst part about living in Moe Gardens in Victoria's East is Paul, the man who runs the joint.
His attitude, the way he talks to you, he tries to tell people what they can and can't do, who they can and can't have at their place.
Cheeky.
Derek and Brian admit things have turned violent.
Like I've actually hit him in the caravan before. I felt him in the forehead. He goes, "Oh, camera's there." I'm going, "No, it's not. I'm not stupid. I know where the cameras are exactly."
We'll beat him again, but on camera this time. I want to see it.
Prove it. It's your word against mine, Paul.
These residents claim they're being treated like trailer trash and charged for the pleasure.
How much does it cost to use the washing machine?
$4 per
To use
wash.
the dryer?
Dollar per 7.5 minutes.
What?
How about having a shower if you're not a resident?
$5.
Come on.
$80 to $100 a week on washing.
And
What
that's
the
just
fuck?
the beginning of Lisa's gripes with Paul. The kids aren't too
Thanks for the
fond of him
resub, Tug.
What do you guys think of living here?
Scary, sorta. There's stuff that's happened. Unsafe.
After a recent dispute with him, this family of 8 received a notice to vacate, leaving them down.
That's way too many kids for one family, man. Why does everyone have so many fucking kids? It's not the kids' fault.
A worker told
God
me
damn.
like I've got a good record for houses and stuff, but no one wants to rent with people with 6 kids.
Hi, Paul. Hi. I just want to ask you a quick question. Hi. Why are you running away? Paul, my name's Chinika. I'm from A Current Affair, and we've heard that you rule this
Oh,
caravan.
look at all that reading material he has there, though.
Is that right?
The commodities might make it worth it.
Possibly. What have you been doing here?
Make an appointment.
There's a lot of residents. There's a caravan uprising here. Yes, there is. People are very unhappy with
Those are
what they've
high-def
been treated.
cameras.
A family of 8 is being kicked out.
Nicely prime got blood.
Lisa out.
Doesn't pay rent.
No need to touch me.
In no mood to discuss the residents' claims, we too were kicked to the curb.
Make an appointment.
Just went through McDonald's drive-through blast in 2019. Guy on new stereo system got some weird
So what would
looks.
you rate it as a caravan?
Fuck yeah, man. Appreciate it.
1.
In a statement, Paul told us Matt made the choice to live in an abandoned van from out the back, which he thought wasn't suitable to live in.
And you still
Claims
charge him?
Lisa's kids aren't scared of him, and that he tried to help her by offering her a cleaning job. As for Brian, he says he offered to give him accommodation to repair a van in lieu of rent. These Aussies know taking a stand will most likely see them evicted, but that might be a good thing for everyone.
It's worth it to see.
Well, just leave, then.
Yes, and Paul also claims the laundry and dryer charges that he inflicts on people are not excessive.
Well, they certainly are. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Stand up between, oh, I love this shit. They're just such small, trivial cases. Fuck. This is the kind of shit I love. All right, let me see the standoff.
First, the extraordinary standoff between a homeowner and a squatter. It's Julie's house, it's in her name, and she pays the mortgage. But for more than 2 years, Teresa Smith has been living there, slowly destroying it. And unbelievably, not even police can kick her out.
Squatters' rights, baby. You love them.
She's destroyed me. She's destroyed me.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Bash you, Julie, when I get my hands on you? What do you want?
How long's she been?
God, she's scary looking. The embodiment of meth.
A long, long time. You know, it's just destroyed.
Teresa, can I please talk to you?
This lady looks like Q from the new James Bond movies.
I just want to know why. I just want to know why.
Not Q, M.
I did love my house, and I love the garden. Yeah.
This was Julie Pern's house only 3 years ago. Chooks in the yard, fruit on the trees. But it was more than just a pretty patch.
This
it
is
was
nice
the place
looking.
that held her final memories of her dear father.
We had to put my stepmum in a nursing home, and she passed away, and Dad lived with me. So it was the last place he lived with me, and he loved it as much as I did.
Julie's dad Ian became ill in 2016 and she had to place him in a nursing home an hour away. So she hopped in her motorhome and hit the road so she could be close by. She leased her property out to a family friend, Nathan Atkinson. But when she returned after her father's death, she discovered that Nathan had left and his sister, Teresa Smith, had moved in with her kids.
And she was
Are her eyes that big, or is there something wrong with the photograph? That was like looking at a Sasquatch photo. What the fuck was that?
And that was that.
Looked out of a fucking Alita Battle Angel.
Julie claims that ever since, no rent has been paid on her Deniliquin property. The only money that Teresa has handed over was to cover 2 large power bills more than 18 months ago. Not wanting to sour her relationship with the family, Julie says she's been patient, given Teresa space, tried to set up a formal rental agreement, and then even tried to get her financial help.
You've gone out of your
Aw,
way
she's so
to
sweet.
try and get her help, really.
Yes, yes. To get a rent assistance, to get everything organised, and nothing. She's lost a pension, or she's sick, or the kids are sick, or and then it went from that, I'm squatting, so you can't do anything about it.
And unfortunately,
There's
she's
dozens of
right.
messages from you in there asking her for
Once squatting rights kick into effect, the only thing you can do is pray that
No.
Jesus strikes it with lightning or something, because you're fucked.
Throughout this entire period,
Squatters' rights are
Julie
like
has
all-encompassing.
continued to pay off her mortgage.
They could
and pay
commit
the
murders
bills
in
for
that
her
house, and if they're a squatter, the police can't go in.
In the meantime, with skin cancer and heart issues, Julie's health is failing her. And surviving on a pension, her financial health isn't much better. Julie has served 3 eviction notices upon Teresa, all of which have been ignored. She's tried to call the local police, only to be told they can't get involved until she's obtained a court order. But now she's been told by the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal, NCAT, that the case will be a difficult one as there was never an official rental agreement.
Such a shame.
At her wit's end, she called us.
Excuse me, Teresa.
And we decided to
together,
just
we
burn
went
it
to
down.
try and talk to Teresa.
Terrible. It's not fair.
Not surprisingly, Teresa didn't want to speak to us.
It's destroyed. Shed round the back's empty from all my tools, but have a look at the house.
I'm gonna bash you, Julie, when I get my hands on you. What do you want?
Teresa? Teresa, it's Alison Petrowski from A Current Affair. We just wanted to have
Come
a
out with your
about
hands in the
what you're
air.
doing here.
And the meth on the ground, please.
Teresa? I really need to move home. I'm not well. Have the decency come and talk to us,
What the
please,
fuck does that even
Teresa.
mean, Snedge?
Come on. Teresa, what sort of example are you setting for your kids by doing this?
There's the prime Frank.
You okay, Julie?
Yeah.
The house has been turned inside out. Furniture has been discarded.
Look at the bed up there. I mean, for God's sake.
The front door's broken, and so are remnants of Julie's precious garden. And it gets worse. Her garage door is busted. A car Julie left inside looks to be damaged.
It looks pristine to me. That looks right off the lot.
A used nappy in the driveway. And all the personal touches that Julie had put on her little cottage now leave a sour taste.
Love where you are. How does she look like she loves it? Don't think so. Teresa, can I please talk to you?
One dead
Teresa, if you could just have the courtesy to come out and have a chat to Julie. I mean, it is her property.
Not anymore. She has squatter's rights, which means she's like super owner now.
Sorry? Don't swear, Teresa. Just come out and see.
Got a camera crew with you, Julie.
So what? You
You're a liar and you're a liar.
what? You think you're in here?
Julie, you're a liar.
As far as she's concerned,
I can
she's
hear the bath salts now.
got the rights, and she's there.
This is more serious
and she's
than I
told me
thought.
that. You know,
We'll
it's
need an
her place.
exorcist.
She tells me to get off her property, get out of her house.
I understand why you're paying your mortgage.
Thanks to the prime
still.
Sneddy and James.
Why are you still paying the other things? Have you been tempted to cut her off?
The rates?
Yeah.
No, because she's got kids living there, and I couldn't do that.
Squatters' rights do exist in Australia, but
And
there's
everywhere.
some very clear rules around it, and it's not an easy thing to claim.
According to Leo Patterson-Ross, the Senior Policy Officer of the Tenancy Union of New South Wales, you need to be squatting for 12 years before you can claim ownership. He says Julie's only real option to remove Teresa is to go to NCAT once again and plead her case.
Then it may be that actually the tribunal dismisses the case and says this isn't a tenancy, there is no legal relationship here, which makes it very clear though for the owner to say that you're trespassing on my property and call the police.
But it's never that easy with
Julie
squatters.
is doubtful after her previous experience with red tape trying to go to the tribunal. She's now also attempting to engage a solicitor, but is worried about the potential costs.
Imagine living in a non-free country.
She set up camp a couple of kilometres from her
You know,
house
squatters'
and says
laws
she's not
exist
leaving
in every
till she
country,
gets her
everywhere.
home back.
There's no guarantee.
US
if I
has
go
them
to
too,
Smiths
man.
between 20, 30,000. That
Squatting
won't go
shit
around
is
either.
everywhere. It's huge.
So where are you left? No, not a good place.
It's awful. Following more legal advice, Julie's going to deliver
God, look at
another
that shit.
termination notice for rent arrears to Teresa this
It
week.
looks like the fucking
and will
boogeyman,
return
La
to the
Llorona or
tribunal
something.
to try to get her out.
Good luck, Julie. Godspeed in that boss battle. Hold on, I think there's actually a show for squatters. I don't remember what it's called, though. Not the UK one. UK shows are really goddamn boring. What the fuck is it called? I watched it a long time ago. I don't think I'm gonna remember it. It was on primetime, though. Yeah, I bet I fucking can't stand squatters. I hate that shit. Squatting on the squatter. I've seen this. This is kind of cool. What a great show. This is good. I don't know why no one's suggested this before. This is the perfect amount of trivial bullshit that I love. This is beautiful. Thank you, Current Affair. See, like, look at this shit. Neighbors say mom's Christmas lights are too bright. Like, these stories are incredible. This is the
Welcome
real
back.
news.
Katie Rayner and her kids love putting up their Christmas lights. Some of
This
their
really is
neighbours
just like
aren't
straight
happy.
fucking
They've
boomer
complained to
news.
council that the lights are too bright.
In another news, we
Rayners
found
want
2
them to
cats in a
lighten
tree
up.
that were safely escorted down. On the scene is Roy.
They're definitely acting like Grinches. It's
Thanks for the
literally
tier
full
1
of
extreme elixir.
They're the bright, nightly reminder that Christmas is just around the corner. But for one suburban mum, it's causing headaches in her street.
I was in shock. I didn't know that you could complain about lights at all.
Last year, Katie Rayner put on her first Christmas lights display. Solar-powered, the lights draped over her front hedge.
That looks nice.
And hung across the front of her home. For 4-year-old son Archie, who has autism, Katie says it was the first time
What was that?
he really got into the Christmas spirit.
Is the
What was it
autism
like
important to the
hearing
story?
Archie
Because that just
acknowledge
seemed like it
Christmas
came
for
out
the
of
first time?
nowhere.
I cried because I never
You
thought
said
it
her and her
happened.
son.
Like, honestly, I never thought he'd speak. So actually hearing him and get excited about things, I cried. It's just like joy.
But it seems Katie's neighbours weren't as joyous, with 10 complaints lodged to the Brisbane City Council.
Pretty much immediately got letters from the council, email from the
What a
council,
joyless
and then a
neighborhood.
visit from the council.
The neighbours claimed the lights were left on 24/7 and shone brightly into bedrooms. These photos provided by a
that's a
neighbour
little-
show more lights strung along her back
That's pretty
patio.
bright.
So the council insisted Katie turn the lights off by 10 every night.
I tried my best to comply with everything that the council said to me. So I was trying to do the 10 p.m. turn off.
This year, to avoid similar complaints, Katie decided to be proactive, writing up this letter to her neighbours, telling them of her display, adding, if at any point our lights become a nuisance, please
Oh, I
don't
bet she
hesitate
regretted
to
that.
knock on our door. Katie letterbox dropped
I
the
guarantee
note,
that shit poured in
posted it
faster
on
than a Reddit
Facebook,
hot
which
take comment
received
thread.
plenty of feedback.
It has been absolutely phenomenal. It's been so positive, which has made me feel like I'm doing the right thing.
Katie's neighbours that we spoke to didn't want to appear on camera. They told us it's not just the Christmas lights coming from the property, but other lights and noise that has been causing them so much grief. They just hope it doesn't escalate this Christmas.
What a sad life. Oh, all that Christmas spirit next door is making me real mad. Damn, I can't beat my wife in privacy anymore with silence? Come on.
Told us it would be
I'm writing a
nice if
letter.
These lights could be turned off at a respectable hour so people can get to sleep.
Under police direction, they said keep your front patio light on 24/7 because it deters criminals. So we do that. And then I got a complaint about that as well.
To appease the neighbours, Katie says she won't be putting Christmas lights down the side of her house this year.
Aw.
But preparations are underway for the rest of the property. So this is the start of your 2019 display?
It is. We decided last night, why not start putting them up? We won't actually turn them on yet till the December 1st.
Are you hopeful this year it'll be a bit easier than last year?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And this year, because Archie's involved, I want to get him out here and help me put up lights.
Katie's neighbourhood and
God, that looks
Brisbane's
so
western
cool.
suburbs are well known.
Who the fuck is gonna complain about that? Are you kidding me?
With hundreds of festive
Around my entire
turning out every
fucking
year
city,
to
the
have
most
a
lights you'll find is one strand hung up from a tree by accident because someone got into a fight. And in an attempt to strangle someone with the lights, they lost control and threw it in a tree.
A lady
I'd
around
love
here
to
says
see
she's
shit
had
like
10
that. Are you
complaints
kidding me?
from neighbours about her Christmas lights. Do you think they're being Grinches?
Yeah.
I like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
They brighten up things and the kids love it.
I think as long as they're not imposing on people's bedroom,
they're fine.
Sleep, they're fine. Yeah, we're all for it.
Sydney-siders, Melburnians, and the rest
so
of the
cool.
country also get into the festive cheer.
Oh, that's not her house.
But
There's
it
no way
seems
that's her
not
house.
everyone wants their street lit up like a Christmas tree. What do you think about them?
I hate them.
Why?
Well, fuck you.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't think we need a time of the year to be grateful.
It should be 24/7.
Yeah.
Christmas is a time for family.
What a shitty perspective.
Katie
I hate
says
something
she's
that unites
prepared for
people
more
and to
complaints this
be
year,
nice.
but hopes a little
Bah
Christmas
humbug.
cheer can ease the mood.
I'm not going to let it discourage me. I'm not going to let it take Christmas away from Archie. I'll just hand out some candy canes and some boxes of chocolates to the neighbours. Maybe that'll sweeten the deal a little bit better.
God, this fucking channel is awesome. This is fucking cool. What else we got? I can't stop now. I'm so invested. Does vegan Vegemite really taste different? Oh, I gotta know. I mean,
like Coca-Cola
with a title like that, I gotta know.
KFC's 11 herbs and spices, the exact recipe for Vegemite is a closely guarded secret, unchanged for almost 100 years. But some fans say it's just not the same since being labelled vegan. We put it to the test.
What are you having for breakfast?
Vegemite on toast.
Said no kid ever. Isn't Vegemite just like caterpillar shit?
It's Australia's favourite spread.
For breakfast, lunch and tea.
But
This looks like propaganda to me.
A rose in every cheek.
And I reckon that their consistency and their flavour had changed without a doubt.
Man, the taste, it's just fabulous. There's nothing like it.
How do you make Vegemite?
Please explain. After 96 years,
Well, you
Vegemite
raided
has
a
progressed with the
barnyard
times.
and looked for
The
the
salty
droppings.
spread, now officially
And voila,
certified as
Vegemite.
vegan.
So we're constantly listening to our consumers, and over 10% of the Australian population is now adhering to vegetarian diets. So we just want to make sure that we're a brand that's available to all Australians.
Adam McNamara is the Executive General Manager of Bega Foods. He's adamant the recipe hasn't changed.
I can absolutely assure you nothing has changed with Vegemite in terms of its formulation. The only change now you'll see is a logo on the back of pack, which again certifies the product as vegan friendly.
Just that
So
word
we took
makes
it to the
things
streets
taste worse,
to
though.
ask
You
the
have to realize
devotees,
that.
The true lovers of Vegemite.
There's more to
what
flavor
they
than just the actual
I was
taste.
wondering if
There's
I could
smell,
entice you to have a sandwich
which is a big
to try.
component, and then vegan,
Or a slider.
which is another big component. If it's there, it's going to be tasting worse.
No worries. So that's vegan certified. Yep. Do you think it tastes any different?
No.
So what do you think's changed about Vegemite?
It's nowhere near as salty and as bitey as it used to be. It used to be a really grab your mouth and with a lot of salt.
Tastes the same to me. Yeah.
Taste any different?
Can't tell the difference.
Very similar. Probably needs a bit more Vegemite on though.
I like it strong.
I didn't know people actually unironically liked Vegemite.
What if I told you that
I thought it was
was
just an
vegan
Australian meme.
Oh, awesome. Good job. My mum's vegan, she'll be happy.
Vegan or not, these little Vegemites are still happy to tuck into the spread.
So it was all a hoax.
It hits a lot of memories for people.
Rod Shakui is an artisanal baker and entertainment chef. He uses Vegemite in a number of his recipes.
What the fuck is an
They
entertainment
always come back
chef?
to it, they trust it. Or if
He does like
someone doesn't
magic
know
tricks
it,
while he cooks
then
food?
you want to show off.
Back at Vegemite HQ in Port Melbourne, there is a little disclaimer. Mr. McNamara explains the flavour of Vegemite may change over time thanks to the main ingredient, yeast.
The characteristics of Vegemite does change over time, much like the way cheese.
This
and wine
guy's
matures
skin
over
looks like
time
it's
as
made
well.
out of Vegemite.
So this is 100%
He looks like he's perpetually
the same
sweating.
Vegemite we've all grown up with.
Or maybe it's because he is sweating, because it is vegan Vegemite that's been changed and altered.
Nothing has changed.
Perverted.
However, I do have one confession to make. There has been a change to the label where you can now get your own personalised jar.
Oh, okay.
And here it is.
What?
The newest addition to the range, Mini Malt.
You bet your ass I'm importing a Charlie Vegemite for myself to enjoy.
Oh, I love it. I don't know if
Get
I'll
myself
be
a goddamn Vegemite enema.
special. Whether personalising a label or satisfying those salty cravings abroad, Vegemite and their merchandise can now be shipped to the United Kingdom, the USA, and
I like how they
Canada
turned
for
this
the
story
first
into an ad.
What do you think of it?
Flawless.
It's very unique. I've never tasted something similar to that.
Yes.
But I like it.
Giving our veggie mates overseas a little taste of home.
It's Vegemite. Tastes like Australia.
I think we all look back on our childhood with fond memories, and you know, when you're away from home,
Vegemite would not be one of those memories.
Think about the things that give you comfort, and Vegemite certainly. a
Maybe
brand
I'm
that does
shitting
that.
on it and I'm wrong. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna try some Vegemite soon.
Oh, 100%. 100%, yeah. I wouldn't move overseas unless I could get Vegemite. Yeah.
That's huge.
It's an Aussie icon.
I'm gonna have to try some fucking Vegemite. What else we got? So many incredible stories. Just so much to
These
take
people
in.
who complain in Hoa should be shot. Vegemite tastes like a plant's asshole came into a pine cone. Gross. Keep doing God's work.
I can't speak on the flavor of Vegemite, but I can tell you it looks like that description from the outside perspective. What else we got? Fuck. Who recommended this again? Which one of you brought us on the squatter rabbit hole, which led us to current affair? This is fucking awesome. Just so many trivial stories. I feel like I'm gathered around at like Thanksgiving, and my family's just complaining to me about like these local stories. It's something just so wholesome about these things. God damn. Fucking love this. Alright, where are we at?
I'm not saying it's related, but I ate Vegemite once and I had a stroke 2 days later.
Did you have vegan Vegemite or the original blend? Perhaps it's something with the vegan labeling. I really didn't know people actually ate Vegemite for fun. Fuck. Alright, what do we got? Thanks for the prime, Liam. Fuck. Alright. What do we got? None of these are really catching my eye right now. Dangerous new Barbie drug being sold on social media? Thanks for the prime. Lit. I'll just go with lit. No, I'm sticking on this channel. I'm going to be calling it a night here in a little bit, and I just want to finish with more of these stories. Thanks for the tier 2 resub, Aiden. Golf ball? Golf ball Blitzkrieg, is that on here? Thanks for the prime star and Pab. Country locals fed up with city slicker business owners' behavior. I'm in it.
How does a humble rural car washing business alienate a community? The two city boys who had a tree change and opened the business are now embroiled in the mother of all personality clashes with
damn you, evil car wash executives.
on us either.
Damn you straight to hell.
Come on, Dave, no need to run.
They're just...
Christ, the high-speed chase.
The word I can use for them is just rude assholes.
Wearing a golden watch and a trench coat.
Fuck.
Because
super
they
villain.
Money, they think that everybody's beneath their feet.
Do you want to speak to our solicitor?
Why are you going cross-country, David?
Grabbed a lasagna and I just, throw it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Have you done anything?
You fucking lasagnaed the car wash?
Disgusting.
Those doors can never open again.
If they don't want to get on with the other humans around them, that's their prerogative.
If there's ever a way to make yourself unwelcome in
Thanks
a
to
new
the prime
town,
team in the
then
resub,
David-
Alex.
I've got nothing to say to you.
And the tier
and his
1
partner,
Leon.
Walter, fancy a chat? Might be doing just that.
Some people fit into the country quite well.
Turns out Walter White owns this
What
car wash.
advice do you have for Walter and David?
Leave town.
Really? Really?
Honest opinion, leave town.
Don't mess with a small community.
Who would have thought a couple's dream move to the countryside would turn into one almighty dust-up with the locals? Well, get ready for the wealthy city slickers versus the humble country folk in Australia's great car wash controversy.
Wow, valet
And
service
boy,
for a car wash.
is
That
everyone
is
bristling with
fancy.
anger around here.
Those damn city slickers. They got those deep-ass pockets here at this car wash, bringing that city life in here.
It's a balmy 30 degrees in Mudgee, central New South Wales, but things are a bit frosty at the MG Car Wash and Cafe. It was recently opened by two ex-Sydney-siders, solicitor David Morris in the apron and his life partner Walter Dusseldorf in the Akubra,
What
the
a
son of the late
name.
Bentley's chairman Dick Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf.
And it's fair to say the boys'
That's
venture
Harry
into
Potter
the car
shit.
wash game
The plumber
is
from
off
hell is
to
the
a
best
slippery
story.
start.
True
Well, I
Aussie
took it to the
pride.
car wash and it's been completely scratched.
I'll
Looks
check it
like
out.
it's been washed with an outside broom.
When Blake and Hannah complained their ute had been scratched during their first visit to MG Car Wash, they say they copped a worse spray from David and Walter.
They were just belligerent fools. The situation became hostile very, very quickly.
Describe hostile.
Swearing at us, yelling at us, raising their voice.
So
That's his
Hannah
car washing
filed
business,
some
baby.
online feedback. When Walter and David responded, alleging the couple were scamming them for a new paint job, Mudgee leapt to the locals' defence.
Ooh.
500 comments, 70 shares.
Fucking blasted
later.
on social media.
It's gone from a review of
Those are the prime
4.3
move.
down to a review of 1 in a matter of 24 hours.
There were suspicions the haters were supporters of Ed, who runs a competition car wash
Thanks
across town.
the prime chance.
Ed, how many groupies have you got?
Oh, look, Steve, I got plenty of groupies. It's taken me 15 years to get a lot of groupies to use my car wash, and that's what it is when you're in a small
That
country
is
town.
fucking awesome.
But then former staff started coming forward,
Car
saying
wash
they couldn't
groupies.
tolerate David and
Brand
Walter's
loyalty to the
temper
car
tantrums.
wash. Now we're feeling it.
Ex-car wash attendant Stephen got the boot after just one day, so he threw his lasagna square at David.
Did it hit him? No, I didn't hit him.
You lost your job and then you threw away your lunch.
Well, I wasn't really hungry anyway.
The Sydney-siders were also locked in a dispute with their IT
Well,
supplier over money.
Then it wasn't wasted.
Well, plumber Dan is disgusted he had to enlist the help of a solicitor to get his $8,000 bill settled.
It doesn't matter whether you're in a small country town or you're in New York City. You're not doing yourself any favours by carrying on like that.
With all this negativity swirling around, we offered the floor to David and Walter to respond.
This looks like a nice car wash.
How are you?
Oh,
G'day,
shit.
David, Steve Marshall of Current Affair. Walter, Steve Marshall of Current Affair. I'd like to have a chat to you about the dispute you have with the good folk of Mudgee. There is no dispute. You sure?
I am
Walter, what's-
starting to
what's
think there is a
happening?
dispute.
Are you abusing customers, Sir Walter? Mr. Dusseldorp, are you abusing customers or anything like that? David, would you...
Man,
would you
when
like to
current
have a
affair comes around, the villains scurry away.
Gents.
Like fucking
With
Scooby-Doo and
Mason
the Mystery
Walter
Gang
and
coming
David
in.
emerging from
God
the back
damn.
office. Dave, can I at least order a gelato? We took the opportunity to chat with the car washer's lone customer.
What? They have their own
not
food court?
experienced anything bad. I'm happy with it. I keep coming back.
But Walter and David didn't want to know about the favourable feedback. Walter, look, the lady out
Wait a moment, this is our solicitor.
the lady out there was like,
You
she
want
gave
to
you a
speak
good.
to
She
our
gave
solicitor
you.
or not? Do you want to speak to our solicitor?
Look, Walter. Look, David dragged Walter away by his belt as if he's walking the couple's French
End
Labrador.
on Cinder, trust
Prince
me.
has received
Also,
the royal treatment
thanks
ever
for
since
all
they
the
flew him in from
laughs,
Paris.
Charlie.
Apart
You're the
from
new
time
favourite
Walter
channel of me
accidentally
and my
left Prince in the
girlfriend.
car on a
Well,
hot
sweet.
day
Thank you, Leon.
outside the beautician's
The cider
place.
making? I'll check it
That
out.
could have been quite serious, something really terrible
still
could
have
have
it
happened
queued.
if he wasn't let out in time.
Police were called, the dog got out just in time.
Clearly a brain fade from a man who loves his animals. Walter and David have even set up their own doggy charity at their sprawling residential property in Mudgee's most
So what exactly are they
exclusive
doing
suburb,
wrong except being
locally
better
known
than the local
as
car
Snobbs
wash?
Hill. Here they house, retrain and adopt out ill-treated canines. But even with all this goodwill, the couple is in the doghouse with their neighbours for building an ugly fence to keep the dogs in.
Oh, they're different? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I thought this
Absolutely.
was the same car
Yeah.
wash.
Big time. And it will, what goes around comes around, and it will.
Walter, have you done anything to upset the locals? Why are you angry? We spotted David in the street. David?
Jesus, current affair is relentless.
David?
We found David taking a shit behind a bush
Scenic route home.
and charged
Seems as though
him.
you're terribly unpopular. Why are you going cross-country, David? No need to go cross-country. David and Walter named their charity after their dear friend, Barbara's Dog Rescue. We saw 3 pups on site, but it appears this is as close as anyone around here has got to adopting any of them.
It's closed. When will you be open again? Yep.
Locals are even
Damn,
more
that's a big
perplexed
guy
over
right
how
there.
well groomed the charity's bank balance is. Last year's financials show David and Walter's charity had an income of $1.5 million.
I would say either his couple of dogs he's got eating caviar for breakfast, lunch and dinner, or it's complete BS.
I wouldn't expect to see a lost stray.
Hey, it's
or homeless
Australian
dog
Piers Morgan.
anywhere in the state of New South Wales or even surrounding states.
We asked Chartered Accountant Max Newham to take a look at the books, as most of the charity's money appears to be tied up in company shares in the form of a bequest.
It'll be interesting to see what the 2019 accounts disclose, and if nothing else, if I was in the ATO or the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profit Commission, I'd be wanting to have a bit of look and make sure that there is actually something happening within this charity.
David wasn't keen on a
God, they
powwow
found him
about the
again.
punches.
We broke into David's house to get an answer.
Are you busy finding dogs new homes? Is that what's happening? No need to hide your face, David. If you're doing nothing wrong, then why hide your face?
Because I didn't invite you to take my photo, that's why.
It's a video, David.
Going back into the shopping, are we? Got a few bottles of wine there. It hasn't been a hard day, has it? You can't blame David and Walter wanting to take the edge off. It's tough times. They even copped a serve from the city rangers about their car wash sign blocking the footpath. But perhaps
Dude,
the best
current
advice
affairs
comes
fucking
from Farmer
awesome.
Max, who sold the property where the couple now live.
Oh, just get
This
on
is
with
real
people.
journalism.
That's the whole
Fucking
thing.
chasing a
Just
man through the
get out,
streets.
get on with people, and and two wrongs don't make a right. That's the bottom line. So just get on with people, and that's what Mudgee's all about, isn't it?
Fuck yeah. I love current affair, man. This is great. This is fucking great. Oh, God. Alright. There's something about golf balls that people wanted, so I'll do that. And then I'll do the cider making thing and then call it a night. Where's the golf balls? Go top right. No. Third row. Am I a fucking idiot? Which one of these is golf balls? Wait, what am I not seeing? In this row, which of these is... it says Golf Ball Blitzkrieg in the thumbnail. I was reading the title. I see it now. I see it now. Calm down. Jesus Christ. I get it now. I was looking for Golf Ball Blitzkrieg in the title, but it was the thumbnail. I get it.
Camrul says he bought his home next to a golf
The
course
Plumber
for
One
the
Bro
Serenity.
is amazing.
But as you're
I
about
am
to
the Plumber
see,
One,
that
then I'm
decision
calling it a night.
almost cost him his life.
Ooh, good shot.
It's like a death trap for us.
He's lucky he hasn't got a cracked skull.
It's like a bullet.
It's like a bullet.
It's a nightmare to me. When I touch him, he's alive. I can't believe he's here. He's here.
They break windows, they
What happened?
dent cars,
Did he get hit
they
by a
break
golf ball?
tiles on roofs. I think this is about the first time I've heard of someone being hit.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Sore?
It is.
Yeah, it must have hurt like
We
a
all know
bitch.
there's no such thing as the perfect neighbour, but spare a thought for Camrul. Smacked fair square in the forehead by a flying golf ball after he parked his car.
I like
in
how
his
for the
driveway.
reenactment here, they're just throwing golf balls at his house too.
They put some glues on there.
Oh, they've glued your head
Yes.
together.
Hey, do you mind if I break one of your
The ball
windows?
came from a
Okay, cool.
remorseful golfer playing on the course next door.
I was going there inside the house, and the blood was dripping all the way. And then I went inside the house.
Thanks to the prime
Blood was dripping
Crandon.
all the way
It's
into the
dripping all
house.
the way.
I saw my husband bleeding. I haven't seen this scene ever. I have seen in the movie. People are bleeding like that. Any moment he might die.
Camrul's brush with death has raised serious safety concerns. And
You know, they're talking about
divided
death
the
really
peaceful
lightly with like a
community.
Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack in the background.
boy else on a golf course for? Seriously.
Him getting hit in the head, that was just unlucky.
While the course owners come up with an extraordinary explanation for the blitzkrieg of balls pummeling properties.
The crows pick it up and throw it everywhere.
So the crows pick the ball up with a beak
Yes.
and drop it everywhere.
That's right.
So we put
What?
the claims of bird bandits and coarse carnage to the test.
Why is he framing the birds?
The Macquarie
You buy a house on a
International
golf course, the
Golf
expectation
Club
is your
west of
shit's getting
Sydney
pummeled.
Is a championship course. Kerry-Ann Kennelly graces the fairways as a celebrated member. The course is now surrounded by a gated community of upmarket homes and
Fucking
apartments.
nutsack is
I thought it
sticking
was
to my
a
thighs.
bird that had crashed into my window. So I was so scared and I told my dad, I'm like, I think it was a golf ball.
Camrul's daughter Rafia is a nervous wreck over the number of golf balls smashing into the family home.
We've been like complaining about it for 3 years and we've been saying this can happen, someone's going to get hit and then someone dies.
The blood is like a flowing.
I hope while they're interviewing him, he catches another mean golf ball in the chin or something.
It's blood from
Just another rogue golf ball slams him.
Camrul's head.
Camrul blood. Camrul's an accountant and reckons he's almost lost count of the number of balls that have torpedoed into his property.
From there, they hit the ball, and the ball is started going in there.
It comes over the fence.
Over the fence.
Over the fence, not through the fence.
No.
But golfers say the complaints are out of bounds.
It's like going next to the airport and complaining about noise.
If you know that's a possibility, why would you not take precautions like put a net up or wear a helmet?
We're going to conduct an experiment, so this is for your own safety.
We're going to have a professional golfer beam one at you and see if it helps. Oh my God, is that actually what they're doing?
Reckons he's collected over 100 balls that have been launched into his front yard over the past 2 years. So we're going to put the danger claim to the test and hit 100 of our own and see what the outcome is.
Let's see if we can kill him this time. See if we can finish the job. This is journalism, baby. The story's about a man who caught a golf ball to the skull and almost died, so their solution is to see if they can hit him with a golf ball.
And another 15 metres away from the tree-lined course boundary. Now, the above-average golfer like me hits the ball a lot further than that. The odd shot that does clear the trees finds roofs well past Camrul's home. So, it appears it's the below-average golfer, course hackers like cameraman Nick and soundy Scotty, who could be
horrible
causing
form.
Camrul
Horrible
and his
form.
clan all their headaches. Shut your eyes, Kerry-Ann.
Jesus,
I
this
almost
is
had to
embarrassing.
aim at your house on purpose. So, what does that tell you about the quality of golfer here at Macquarie Links?
That I can see that maybe he never play any golf.
Thanks to the tier 1 Brendan Fraser.
It's purely amateur player.
Chandru.
Pardon?
I'm Chandru, I'm the owner.
Oh, Chandra, Steve Marshall from A Current Affair.
What happened?
The neighbour has
Oh,
complained
cardboard.
about... Course owner Chandru says Camrul's accident is a one-off. And he
I did
blames
not
the
know that,
number of
Raleigh,
golf
that's big.
balls found in homes near the course on local bird life.
1,000 crows come in and we lose 3,000 balls every year. On that particular day, I lost a lot of balls myself, right, when you're playing. So the crows pick it up and throw it everywhere.
So the crows pick the ball up
Pick
with
up
their
the
beak
ball? Yes, yes.
and drop it everywhere.
That's right.
Hey, it's my ball.
Chandru's theory is backed up by clips on YouTube.
Holy shit.
That's my ball.
And Macquarie Links golfers.
They're just being crows. They think the balls are eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. But I wouldn't pick
Thanks
on
for the
crows.
resub, Logan.
Have you ever seen a crow drop a ball in your yard?
Never ever. I didn't see the crows here.
Actually, no, where are the
Yeah,
crows?
absolutely, yes.
Where are the crows?
I don't know. I didn't so look at it once.
We tried to lure a few of the beaked baddies out into the open, but the crows aren't
Ooh, that
taking
was
the
almost
bait.
a really good shot there.
And these aren't the birdies we were hoping for. That bird's not bothered?
The crows can throw the ball on the cars.
Chandru says it's not crow season yet, but when it is, it could be curtains for the crows.
No, we hire a professional guy.
God, you're a cunt waffle. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Crows. We did a couple of times, but then they keep on coming from everywhere. But we lose a lot of balls, and crows have thrown balls on cars, this, that.
All Camrul's family want is a large net put up between the course and their home.
The view is less important than someone...
What the fuck is crow season anyway?
This is the answer.
Yeah.
It's not like pumpkin spice lattes, man. Crows are not in season.
Course owner Chandru supports the netting solution, but there's a financial sticking point. Who should pay for the net to be put up?
We should not pay because we are paying starter levy.
Chandru says the strata management, which looks after the gated community, should cough up the dough for the net. G'day, Gary. But strata manager Gary says the responsibility is with the golf club.
It's their players, it's their golf
Obviously.
balls. I mean, certainly there's houses around it, but they deal with it usually on an individual basis. So they don't have a hard and fast policy, but I know they have sort of compensated people in the past.
And they say that we can't take the liability and we can't say who did it, but as your neighbor we can help you. We can help
How would you ever know
by
who hit
paying
that
you
golf
off,
ball?
but
There's not going to be like
there's
DNA
no solution.
on it.
Do you see the hole?
Which brings us to Dr. Saddick's family, which lives opposite another hole on the course. There's a hole? Oh, no, I see it, Doctor. You've had 2 broken windows
Yeah,
in your car.
my car has been like twice, and my sister's cars as well, once. My husband's car had dents by the balls.
We don't need money, we don't need kind of compensation, but we need something to protect us. And I think the golf club, it's up to them to be able to take that step.
Yeah,
it's
but if
just
they're
a
not
matter of
losing
time
money, they're not going to do
someone else
that.
gets hurt.
If the golf club isn't directly in danger of losing money, they're not going to just pay for a fucking net. They're not gonna care if old Pop Wiggleberry catches 100 golf balls in the chest every week. As long as he's not coming after them legally. But hopefully they put up that net. God damn it. Thanks for the resub, Deva. Oh, Devastate. I see it now. This better be some great cider. Is this a slideshow or a video? Ah, now we're in it.
Making cider, look. Here I am making cider. I'm making cider, look.
Is this John McAfee in disguise?
Cider. But you can't hang your dick in there because it'll take the end off. Yeah. Just checking for that off.
You know, I've never seen cider being made.
Lovely cider. Don't tell the cats, man.
Damn, the Joker out here. All right. Is this an acting reel? It's usable. Yeah.
Hey Moisture Man, love your streaks and bits. Was wondering if you have a schedule for when you do these chatting streams.
No, I stream pretty much every day, and if I don't really plan out what I do. So it could be just chatting, could be me playing with my ball sack under the desk. You never really know what to expect. That being said, tomorrow I'm playing Shenmue 3 because I want to play it. So I guess that one can be expected. Thanks, Sharp Hand Job. That's a nice boat you got there, Captain Ahab.
Then after making 3 of them, 3 of those little bits, let's see.
Thanks to the prime fishy stick.
The liquid started to roll at the end. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Jack it down and there's the juice running out of the hole.
When it's all said and done, he's making cider.
I made this, by the way. Ha! I made this!
He's not wrong. I'll leave it a like. I am impressed.
Hey. Well, while I'm at this one, I'm going to cut some more apples. Second coming! Did she come? She came! Oh, yeah.
What's happening? What the fuck is going on?
Daddy's going to take you out in a minute.
Yeah, but Daddy's got to prepare his hand first.
Oh, Christ, you did slice it, didn't you?
Is he doing both of these voices himself?
But it's all right. It only hurts when I move.
Well, you are stupid.
I know.
Holy shit, this is intense. Oh god! Oh, you cider-making maniac! Ah, you almost got me. Damn you. Just when we were getting to the good cider. I didn't expect that transition. You can never quite know for sure what Borf Dorset's going to do when it comes to making cider. What else does he do? Nothing. No, those were covered titties. It was the same as wearing a low-cut dress. It wasn't even a bra. If that's an issue, then by golly, I'd be very, very sad about that. I'd make a big hoopla. Oh yeah, the plumber one. After the plumber one, I'm calling it a night. What was it? The plumber from hell or something? Is it this?
Who's ever needed to call a plumber will know that it can be an expensive business. Reputable tradesmen charge as much as $50 an hour, plus the cost of materials. Philip Bruce is anything but reputable, but he does claim to be cheap. He advertises some plumbing services for just...
Wrong one. Well, I'm gonna take a piss real quick then. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so which one is it? The third one, plumber charges... Oh, it's from Current Affair.
Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw.
Thanks
Welcome
to the Prime
to A
River.
Current Affair. We begin with what has to be one of Australia's most ruthless plumbers, preying on pensioners and treating their backyards like a gold mine.
Smart.
Have they agreed? Have they agreed? They say you've taken... Have they agreed at the time?
You need to calm down.
No, I don't need to do
This
Damn.
is Jordan the plumber. He's fast-talking and hot-headed.
They've got no money.
So how was that my problem?
Because you're the one who charged them the money.
So what?
$65,000 there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You wrote it.
Jordan thinks he's got an answer for everything, but the facts
Nice of the
leave him
resub
speechless.
Twinkies.
That man now has no superannuation. He's had to borrow money from the bank and he can't retire because you charged him $230,000 for a block toilet.
That's good business.
All he's really good at is taking his customers'
Could have been
hard-earned
severely blocked.
Took me 40 years to make some money. And he comes 2 weeks and he takes it.
He was just plucking figures out of the air.
First time 26 years in Australia, someone ripped my money off.
Thanks for the
I was
resub,
so
Purple.
hard.
For Jordan Mifsud, these aren't backyards, they're gold mines, and you're not going to believe his outrageous prices. He's so far charged $44,000 to fix this block drain. It was a $21,000 bill for this backyard. Jordan wanted $15,000 for this job.
Holy
and
Lord.
$230,000 after a call out for a block toilet at this home.
You could have bought a house for $230,000.
How is that my problem?
I've been a plumber now for 45
Thanks for the resub,
years,
Lim.
and this job here is by far the most expensive job I've ever seen.
You might wonder how Jordan manages to convince his unsuspecting clients.
Well, probably 'cause he
to
just
hand
starts
over
digging up
such
their
huge
backyard.
amounts of money.
Comes in with a fucking
he's
shovel
got
and a
his cruel
bulldozer.
scam down pat and knows exactly how to exploit all the legal loopholes to squeeze every last cent out of his unsuspecting clients.
You said he'd lose his house if he didn't sign.
I told him he'd lose his house, did
You
I?
said it was illegal and you needed to fix
I
it and
said
it was
that I
uninhabitable.
said that he'd lose his house, did I?
Yeah.
I think he's a calculating so-and-so who's picks his targets and goes after them.
You've taken advantage
What
of
is
them.
illegal about that?
You've taken advantage.
What is illegal about that?
Damn, this guy needs to be... Oh, man. What a piece of shit.
This plumber's nasty
That is
and dishonest.
mastermind level
Make
scam.
sure no one gets in trouble with him again.
I love Current Affair.
Oh, can't say anything. All this. God. Can't believe it.
All of this destruction for nothing. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Sick. Sick.
You know, Anthony Sullivan has a product that like shoots
first
compressed
met
air
Jordan
into your pipes and it
last month.
unclogs it. Could put this dude out of business real quick.
When he was trying to charge pensioner Beth Brown $20,000 for a job that should have cost $250.
All I did was have a blocked toilet.
Hopefully it'll be clear and it's...
Independent drainage inspector Michael Hadjalexio proved the plumber grossly overcharged her and discovered the blockage wasn't even on her property.
He's basically destroyed a
He
backyard.
has for no reason at all.
I just want this sorted out and over because I'm just...
So if you wanted that, Beth, there was no reason to call a current affair. I'd done nothing
She can
wrong.
call a current affair if she likes.
It's a good thing Beth did call
This
us
is
because after our story
insane.
went to air, we received multiple similar complaints about Jordan and QBH plumbing.
I am blown away by a scam
we
like this.
couldn't believe.
Thanks to the
More and
resub,
more.
Duluth.
From $20,000, he started getting 50, 60, and 44, whatever was there, 65. So was more and more and more. Was going up and not down.
Postman Gennaro.
But you're not
Espenzo
obligated to pay
called
that.
QBH when
He can't
realised
possibly
he had
enforce
a
that
blocked
price.
pipe. His initial quote was just a few $1,000s, but soon Jordan was claiming he was finding more problems that urgently needed fixing.
Oh yeah. He always was saying, "Oh, by the end of the week we'll be finished. By Saturday, I'll come here with a couple of the workers. We finish it off." But then he came back and no, we have got more problems, so I can't finish.
The postie claims Jordan was just making things worse.
What he was fixing, he was breaking things. So and he was always showing me that things were broken. But he was going maybe breaking everything.
Jordan also
I am so
lied to
invested in this
Gennaro,
story
telling
right
him the
now.
problems
Holy
were
shit.
so bad, he'd have to report the pensioner if they weren't fixed, and he'd be kicked out of his home.
Suddenly what's up and he told me that his house was wretched. I had to sell because it was not more livable. And if he was not going to finish the job, he was going to report me to the council, so this house was unhabitable.
So he only picks the elderly, it seems.
He said
obviously.
that if he didn't reconnect the
Not
gas
that I'm calling this guy
sewage
old.
and
He could
the
still be
fresh water,
young and
possibly
spry.
habitable, and that he would be able to report it as such, and you wouldn't be able to. You'd sort of lose your certificate of occupancy.
Gennaro eventually told his friend William about the huge price, but it was too late. By that time, the postie had already paid a staggering $230,000.
I had to
No!
take the money from my superannuation.
A poor man.
Almost 70, and I could take some money from there. That was
You need to fire your goddamn accountant or whoever approved that cost or that price.
to make a loan for $50,000.
Gennaro is a very, very honest person, and takes people as he sees them, and assumes that they are being honest with him.
We called in our independent plumber, Michael Hadjalexio, who helped Beth, and he was astounded.
That's just amazing. $65,000 was just one account alone that he's given Gennaro.
Thanks to the reset master.
He's broken it up into 22,000, 22,000 and 21,000. I'm dumbfounded. I just cannot work out how you can get this much, just one invoice.
Michael estimates that even if
Oh, he
the
looks so
backyard
sad
did
just
have
walking
all of the
around.
problems Jordan claimed, the job would still only
This is a noble
cost
plumber.
around $20,000.
That's way over the top, allowing that he could have had problems or anything.
Thanks to the prime watermelon.
230,000 is just absolutely ridiculous. You can build a house with that for $230,000, literally.
$230,000 for a block drain for Gennaro. Explain to me how that's possible.
I haven't got that in front of me, mate.
I do. I've got the invoices right here.
His heart just dropped.
$23,000.
Oh, you do ya?
$65,000.
Well, fuck you.
Let me see that, mate.
$65,000 there.
Can I have a read?
Yeah. You wrote it.
Incredibly, Jordan claims the astronomical charge was fair.
First of all, Gennaro's was a very complicated situation. Okay, it was a very complicated...
He had a blocked toilet. How is that complicated?
Wasn't that simple. He signed there.
Once the aliens got involved, you wouldn't understand how the price skyrocketed.
Of course he signed. You were telling him he had to sign. He said he'd lose his house if he didn't sign.
Gennaro isn't the only one who's lost a fortune because of Jordan.
I never got the money to pay back. Worked so hard in the hospital as a cleaner to pay all this debt. worked so hard, never stop, helping everybody, and people rip my money off, guys. How can they do that to people like these people?
That's sad.
Irene and her son Chris from the Melbourne suburb Coburg have already been charged $44,000.
God.
And their backyard looks like this.
Fuck.
They called QBH Plumbing because of a blocked toilet and were initially told it would be a cheap and easy solution. But, surprise, surprise,
I have to see a
Jordan
follow-up.
quickly found more problems, and he told Irene she'd need to fork out big bucks to fix them. Otherwise, he'd have to report her to the building authority.
You have to fix the stop pipe. It's illegal. What illegal? I'm not a plumber, but I still got a sense what's happening hard, Rich.
So he was saying that he needed to fix it
Yep.
because it was illegal. It was
Yep.
basically a threat, wasn't it?
I don't know if it has to be illegal. It has to.
When she realised she'd fallen victim to Jordan's scam, Irene
Also, that
cancelled
facial
her
hair
credit
combo on a
card,
man
but
that
not
short has to
before
be illegal
losing
as well.
that 44 grand.
You've not just destroyed their backyard, you've destroyed their lives.
How? Look,
You're the one
I
that has
haven't
to sit
destroyed.
there and
I
stop
haven't
that.
destroyed their backyard. Okay, we did some work
They look
there.
pretty destroyed to me.
They look pretty destroyed to you.
Yeah, Irene's backyard is unrecognisable.
He's got no heart, no feelings for anybody.
You had no compassion for us being without a toilet for 8 days. You didn't give any consideration to us.
Doug and Christine were charged more than $15,000 for their...
Oh, they got off easy.
They also claim he didn't
And he
do
even
the
gave
job
them a little
properly
maze.
and actually made matters worse.
Doing all this excavation, they broke the gas pipe twice.
They refused to pay the full bill, but did hand over close to $9 grand. The couple is now fighting Jordan in court.
I don't think there's any words that could describe him, really. He's not a very nice person to deal with.
I want to prove him he's a con man, he's an idiot.
It's not right. They've got no money.
So how was that my problem?
Because you're the one who charged them the money.
So what?
He's greedy, and the greedy people have to suffer and have to pay for it.
Damn, that guy sounds like the kind of man that could make him suffer. That's a scary sounding guy.
Is that these people say their lives have been ruined. Jordan?
Jordan Mifsud has since changed his company name to Lightning Drains. Remember that name, but more importantly, remember that face. We've handed over our evidence to the Victorian Building Authority.
I have to
Who've
know.
told us they are investigating.
Lightning Drains Jordan Mistletoe or something. Probably not mistletoe. I might have misheard that. That doesn't sound right. Jordan Mifsud. What? 13 votes and 5 stars. Only cost me $15,000 to clear out some pipe. This can't be right. These can't be verified. This has to be fake. Also, this is before he bought the company. Oh, no, this is wrong. Damien Bennett. This can't be the right one. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Well, I typed in Jordan. I thought it would come up with Jordan. Oh, hey, Jackson. Have you heard of Jordan Misfid? Perhaps your parents have paid upwards of $50,000 to fix some poopy in the drain? I'll just type in Jordan Misfid. Fuck. Jesus, this new keyboard makes you type like a goddamn idiot. Well, it's probably not this guy. Why is it so... Well, okay. Someone did the work for me. Well, someone blew this story out in 2016. I don't know why is it so hard to find information on this guy? What the fuck is... What is this website? Jesus Christ. Jesus, did they just take my fucking bank account info? What was that? Thanks to the Prime, Henry. Well, that's a child. That's not him. Unless he's de-aged himself in order to hide. He blocked himself off Google. I don't think he can do that. He may have overcharged a ton of people, but he probably doesn't have enough money to block himself off Google. Is that it? Lightning drains Victoria. I just want a checkup. I want to know what the fuck is going on with him now, since he was going to court. Oh, this is Yellow Pages. That doesn't help me. And it's also the wrong place. Jesus, what a fucking shame. Christ. Like, what am I supposed to do with that, though, Pockets? I'm trying to find info on Jordan, not necessarily his company. I want to see where he's at in this legal case. QBH Drainage? Christ. All I keep getting is this one. From 2016, which isn't helpful. Pasta Pastor, thanks for the resub. That's a good point. I'll check the YouTube comments. Also, Jackson. Current affair... Oh. That's a shame. Current affair. This is probably my favorite fucking news source of all time. I've watched like 50 of these goddamn things tonight. It's incredible. Family says council planted Slug to destroy their business. You see, you gotta love the ACA, man. You can't find this kind of garbage shit stories anywhere else.
They found one.
Is that the criminal?
Say they have proof it's
that piece of shit? Secret agent.
In hospitals in Victoria.
What a wholesome business. What kind of evil slug would infiltrate?
But we had towards the corner of
it
the
looks like a
company's
criminal.
Industrial kitchen. She squats down for 17 seconds off on. Did you wonder what is she
Maybe
doing?
she was peeing.
Yeah, I founded my staff because I know we did the right thing.
But why would the council
sensationally
destroy the
backed down
business?
And withdraw.
Father.
Ooh.
So why would council want to kill off I Cook Foods? Well, it just happens to partly own a rival business, Community Chef.
Real job.
Boys, we're losing in quarter 4. What do we do? I don't know, but I found this slug outside. Maybe we can use it. You're a genius.
The only way for them to
But you're
end up as
fired.
the last man standing.
Ian calls this the smoking gun. Photo evidence council gave him.
You can't argue with the facts.
Is
That's
the
a slug.
picture Michael took minutes later of the same slug. Spot the difference? Ian and Ben allege this piece of tissue has been photoshopped out. I Cook Foods administrator Alicia Hodges greeted the council's health inspector the day
They deep-faked a slug.
and claims she saw something odd.
Jet fuel can't melt slugs.
And I thought, she came in alone.
God, there's so many
She'd never
chapters to
been
this.
our factory, and she doesn't wear her body camera and miraculously finds a slug.
Oh God! Already the next chapter.
Just 2 days before council.
Fuck, we're moving
arrived.
fast.
Is that right?
That's correct. Over 15 years, we've never.
Maybe this was the woman that killed Jeffrey
Test
Epstein.
Inspector Alex Church.
Unless it's sort of a bit damp or wet.
They brought in the slug whisperer to weigh in, and even he agrees it makes no sense.
Would a slug be able to?
And where is the slug's telltale trail?
There's no sign of it sliding in.
Oh.
The plot thickens.
Hook, line,
A separate
and
Dandenong council
stinker.
worker claims she was pressured
They slugged
to
him.
fabricate evidence against.
They popped him with the slug.
Foods.
They are just. Ombudsman is satisfied
What
with the
assholes.
procedures and processes it followed.
Well, why don't we ask the slug? Or was it assassinated? Because if so, that'd be very fishy. Cameras malfunctioned or something? It'd be a very valuable witness to the crime. Genius Dad is turning skip bins into epic budget pools. Ah. I see.
When we
The
look
modern
at a
day
rubbish
Da
skip,
Vinci
most
then,
of
eh?
us see a large...
Now turned into a successful
That's gotta
business
smell
and
like
become a
shit,
hit
though.
with his kids. Olivia started
How
begging
thoroughly
their
does he
dad
clean
for a
these?
swimming pool.
They're
They
fucking
never
dumpsters.
expected this.
I wouldn't swim in the dysentery pool.
Yeah, neither would I, man. This is just asking for cholera.
One a day.
But if you're fiberglassing the dumpster, wouldn't it just be cheaper at that point to just get one of those, like, plastic big circular pools? It'd be spacier and cheaper, and not a dumpster.
And then we had a little bit of extra delivery.
Rachel Watkins, who lives
Bro, you can get one of those cheap plastic pools that serve the same purpose for like $200 maybe.
And really
They break easier. You could break one of those plastic pools 10 times over and still not even come up to the cost of one dumpster pool. Furious brides say wedding videos looked like the Blair Witch Project. Now that's a story. That's a fucking story, baby. Okay. I love the Blair Witch Project. And I love the guy behind
Ashley
it,
set
if you're
up
here,
quite
Dan.
a money earner, filming...
Leaving a trail of broken-hearted brides and...
It's not a crime to be bad at your job, Christ.
Devastating.
Making it sound like he's a criminal. He's just not good at his job.
Yes, I should. Walking down the aisle is so shaky and so disgusting. He's cut off my head, my dad's head, and most of it's focused on my bum.
Oh, okay.
Horrible.
That's for the YouTube version, baby. Excuse me, Patreon exclusive.
Amy says she's been
Gold
contacted
tier.
by around... She says she's owed around $1,000. Another videographer...
So it's more than just a bad wedding
says
video.
he's also...
Anyone that's had a refund.
So
now.
Tegan's actually claimed a refund.
She said that she hasn't got any money back from you yet.
I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure... No, actually, no. Tegan hasn't claimed a refund.
That was quick. You folded on that immediately.
I'm not going to deny that. Yes, I am.
They look at this and...
Well,
what have we paid?
he's not very good at
We got the
scamming.
opinion of videographer who runs the...
Tegan actually accepted it. No, she didn't.
The videos
Ah,
I
you're
see
right. Yes,
were
no, she didn't.
That took a big chunk of our budget because that was something that we really wanted to have forever, to show our kids and our kids' kids.
You can.
And he's taken that from us. We can't get it
If
back.
they want to see their mom's ass in a wedding dress, you've got them covered in droves.
Back to those ladies.
Got
Is it time
ample
to put the
footage.
camera down?
Yeah.
Wholesome
Also,
dub.
my PP sounds like.
Fuck yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. Ah, that's what I've been waiting for. Now my engine's revved.
You don't have anything to say to these people.
Well, he's just going to chase me up the street.
Yeah, it's the ACA. They'll chase you across the world if they have to. Renters revolt after property repairs ignored, and it has a man crushed by a grill. What the fuck happened in this? It looks like a cartoon, like a grand piano falling on someone. I've gotta know.
were ignored, and then they all ended up in hospital.
Who took pictures of this instead of helping the guy?
If my kids had fallen through.
Oh god, you got hit by a grill that fell from the second story? Alright, hold on, stay there.
That I was the one that had to be injured.
Tinder
All
pic.
of these injuries would have been avoidable.
Back.
This is what happened to Chris
What the
Deaton
fuck
when
happened?
his deck finally gave out as he was moving his barbecue. Like Helen, he had also
That looks like Final
previously
Destination.
complained.
You know, it's sad what's happened to them, no doubt about that, but this grill one, I don't get it.
He was moving his...
Like, this picture is taken from inside of his house looking down on him. Like, it's not a security camera. So who the fuck... Bro, take a picture of me. I'm gonna put my grill on my on my hip here, so it doesn't hurt too bad, and then just snap a quick one, and then get it from the other side, because then they also have a different angle. Yeah, and then go around the outside and take a picture of me with the... Like, come on, man. But yeah, if he did get hit by a rogue grill blown in from a tornado, that is absolutely rough. No doubt about that. Yeah, maybe ACA staged that. They had the camera crew inside and they like loosened everything on his balcony. So then when he stepped on it, it just collapsed and they immediately started snapping photos while he was unconscious.
Windows,
What happened?
dent cars,
Did he get hit by a
break
golf ball?
tiles on roofs.
So?
It is.
Yeah, it must have hurt like a bitch.
There's 9 golf ball after he parked his car.
I like how for the reenactment here, they're just throwing golf balls at his house too.
Oh, they've glued your head together.
Hey, do you mind if I break one of your
The ball
windows?
Came from a remorseful serious safety concerns. And
you know, they're talking about death really lightly with like a Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack in the background. I hope while they're interviewing him, he catches another mean golf ball in the chin or something. Just another rogue golf ball slams him.
Your own safety.
We're gonna have a professional golfer beam one at you and see if it helps. Oh my god, is that actually what they're doing?
Reckons he's collected over the danger claim to the test and hit 100 of our own and see what the outcome is.
Let's see if we can kill him this time. See if we can finish the job. This is journalism, baby! The story's about a man who caught a golf ball to the skull and almost died, so their solution is to see if they can hit him with a golf ball.
And another 15 metres away from the tree-lined...
Ah, now we're in it.
Making cider, look. Here I am making cider. I'm making cider, look.
Is this John McAfee in disguise?
Cider.
You know, I've never seen cider being made.
Lovely cider. And...
Damn, the Joker out here, alright. Is this an acting reel?
Yeah, jack it down and there's the juice running out of the hole.
When it's all said and done, he's making cider.
This is the fine cotton affair.
What the fuck is that statue?
It's hard to explain
Geese
just
fucking?
how big a scandal it was. John Gillespie, a small-time crook with hundreds of convictions, who was about to try and pull off something really big.
That's an intimidating name, John Gillespie.
Your involvement.
I regret ever.
I wouldn't even need to meet that man to know he's
As an
evil.
individual, he's only a...
Was a lighter shade of
Why am I
brown,
looking at
known
horse
as
assholes?
bay, but look,
Just keep going.
but off
So
they
what was
went
this guy's
to Brisbane's
involvement?
Eagle Farm Racecourse.
Is he one of the, like, the
real
semen
fine
collectors or
cotton
something?
Left waiting on the home, the only challenger was Harbour Gold. If fine
But luckily they had a
cotton
sniper
jockey
on the
wielded
grassy
a
knoll
look
that
like
took him
this
out.
Nowadays,
I can't believe that
bit of commotion
fucking
started.
boring ass
What was
sports
your
like
knowledge
this
of what
still
happened
even
to the
fucking
paint
exist.
job?
It didn't look good.
Horse racing, baseball.
It made us want to give our neighbours a
Oh, is
hug.
that Weird Al?
It's okay, buddy. It's about you.
He just needs love. Tweak on his nipples. Put your tongue in his mouth. Oh, ACA's on the job. They're gonna walk in and put a bullet in their fucking head. That's the ACA, baby.
Scott, what have you got to say about
Oh,
the fact
God.
you're dating a 17-year-old
ACA's on the
girl?
case
Does
already.
the army know what you're doing, Scott?
Damn, ACA's nuts.
On every level.
Oh my god. It actually says Coolsville. Bro, that's fucking awesome. Is that a real place in Australia, or did he just think that was cool? Missing man may have been baked into a pie. No. Damn it, I knew it. I told them from the get-go. I told them it was possible.
I believe that he's deceased.
You don't look like
It's sad that he's missing,
I'm too busy to do that.
but it's enjoyable to think about what could have happened with him being baked into a pie.
13.
Some fucking Hansel and Gretel
unlucky
shit.
number for one resident. You think he's met foul play?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible how a current affair has this uncanny ability to turn even a serious story like murder into a comedic segment.
thanks, Barney.
Without a trace.
Maybe he baked
in
himself
one of the
into
more
a
remote
pie.
parts of our country.
Oh, the cake's still frozen.
Yeah, I
Fan
think
believes
this. I
the
think
pie
this no bullshit woman's up to no good.
They get everything here,
Oh,
don't
yes,
they?
yes.
Like that episode of Teen
Has
Titans
left
where they
this
turn the
amiable
Titans into
tea
candy
house
and she
host.
tries to eat
Get a
them.
lovely Harry.
Right, it's a camel pie.
Oh, I don't know about that. It sounds like a patty pie.
And Fran doesn't take no for an answer.
Oh god, the reporter's gonna eat a dead man.
Camel potato pie.
Larimer.
Oh, the cannibalism.
What part of the camel is it?
Everybody has a right to go home and go to bed at night and be safe.
Everyone in this village here looks haunted. Like spirits that never passed on.
Naturally happen.
I
don't trust any one of them. They're all suspects to me.
My camel pie and
You could make the meanest glory hole in that thing, though.
Because I've got no idea of, what sense of time is, because there's no sunlight to tell me.
He can't live like that.
You don't have a phone?
What's happening here right now?
Are you gonna play the new Diablo game?
Keith believes there's still been a planning failure.
I've never seen anything like that in Australia.
and it just doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of people are at fault here.
Bro, people would kill for that view. Are you kidding me? Gamers? Bro, sunlight's the enemy. That is a great gaming dungeon. Is that Hugh Grant?
Views aren't as extreme as those from a scene in the much-loved
Man, if there's any 60-year-old women in the chat, you probably just got super wet seeing him.
Lunchtime muster.
This just looks like a standard working environment. These prisoners have it better than Amazon workers. Holy shit.
Welcome to the future of prison life in maximum security.
People live like that by choice. Are you kidding me?
For it to open this door for us?
Yeah, so
Damn, that could be like a speedrun strat if you're trying to like live life by paying as little money as possible and still being happy.
Guards are tracking
Get locked up in this
every
jail.
move.
Get fucking
As a
Netflix
current
in your
affair,
cubicle.
it's granted unprecedented.
Far too fancy.
Yeah, are you sure these are inmates and not summer campers?
But it's actually
TV, prison shopping and banking, to checking their next.
Do they have Crunchyroll on there for some anime?
Is a prisoner's gate.
The most intense surveillance of
So, you can watch me watch anime, I don't give a fuck.
from hundreds of
Off to work until about...
He's in casual clothing and sunglasses.
we're back for lunch.
This inmate dresses better than I do. He probably ordered it from his cubicle.
You know, I'm so close and exposed to other criminals.
No, the most stress I ever get is when I run out of anime and have to wait a week.
The perfect club sandwich.
What the fuck?
The presentation is everything, so make sure you push those olives down.
Is this like a Gordon Ramsay kitchen? That food looked delicious. That is wild. That is the quality of living in those prisoners is higher than a lot of people. Like free people. That was nuts. If that's the future of jails, you're going to be seeing an influx of prisoners pretty soon, I imagine. Drug addict's son kept in a cage by mother. He's probably not even a drug addict. He probably just got vaccinated and she went nuts.
But don't you lock your children at night?
I guess we do in a way. We all keep
Because we
them
try
secure.
to keep them safe.
Daphne admits
That was profound.
Was the toughest thing she's
That was like
ever
some
done.
Kojima writing. I'm fragile, but I'm not that fragile. I like ice, but I don't like meth.
Is it the right thing?
One punch thug deported. What, Saitama got deported in Australia or something? What is this
when
about?
Caleb Murray to custody for a one-way ticket back to New Zealand.
What is that, like a 10-minute drive?
Escaping jail after this sickening coward punch on a stranger, Caleb Mariku can barely contain his joy outside court.
Say hi.
If we no bigger pussy in the world than the man who throws a sucker punch.
People having left.
So you've nothing to say to your victim as you're being deported?
Hey, cool chin strap.
Many of the
Get in the car with him,
Quite as happy as you
ACA.
did when you walked out of jail.
Ride
out of court the
shotgun.
other day,
You
mate.
know what happened? They want to.
Job recruiter accidentally leaves his shocking voicemail. All of these stories are fantastic. Man discovers he's powering neighbor's weed operation. Damn it, it's hard to choose, ACA. Why must your content be so good?
Street, they turned up to,
ACA knocked down the house and blamed the company for the
so
story.
The numbers on the letterbox said. So the lads went to work. They fired
Like
up
fucking
the 10-ton
Mysterio
digger
from
and
Spider-Man just
torpedoed
framing
through the front
crimes
of the home.
to
It
look like
folded
heroes.
a house of
Oh, America's Greatest Otaku, that's what it was. Alright, what is this, one of you from the chat? Ooh, Sakura-kan, Garuga Mash.
New York. So there's a Japanese phrase, a kotowaza that...
Is he just teaching them how to be otakus? I thought this was supposed to be like a competition to find the biggest otaku. This seems like more of a tutorial on how to be an otaku. Literally giving you lessons on how to be a fucking loser. What is this? Oh, this is called Otakon. I thought that was the guy's name, like Otacon from Metal Gear.
Right over there in like 10 minutes.
Oh, I get it now. This is a big convention then. Man, that guy looks like me with my friends. Damn, he is significantly shorter than his boys. God damn. He could suckle his friend's teats. Standing up. I'm here for the like hard anime fans. I want to see body pillows, semi-chubbed, and Dorito dust. If I don't see at least 3 wet pants from premature ejaculation, this is not America's Greatest Otaku. It's a fucking fraud. Who is she dressed as? Is that Naruto? Or was that Daisy from Smash Bros? Wow.
And it's worth
$50.
So much more than the financial value.
I'll give you $25 and an unenthusiastic hand job for it. What the fuck is going on? What is the format of this show? Also, why is this guy so mysterious? Christ, he is plotting something massive to get out of the friend zone. It's a show about them grading people's Google images of their room. That is so fucking dumb.
It's Power Rangers.
Fuck yeah. He actually fucking transforms.
Turn off to women. Oh my god, how much is that? Oh my god, how much is that? Oh my god.
Why is this happening?
Oh my god.
Jesus, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Christ, it's enough. Based Kubo subs, DeVito Kun loves Japan. 240p? You spoil me with the high quality. I can almost see something in there. It's like a haunted tape. I wish I could see what was happening. It looks like he's just walking into heaven with this quality. Is this a building or purgatory? Uber driver's sleazy proposition recorded. I kind of want to hear that. Sandeep the creep.
Offering a special
because I don't do that.
What does he want? A blowjob?
Sorry? Can I do it for you? No. I was starting to think that my original no wasn't.
I was getting very close to sucking his dick.
How else can I
His
say
persistence was hot.
Friends with benefits of,
You.
Whatever you want.
Ah, what an invaluable service.
And now he's
what a hero.
Again as
I was just asking.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You did ask, I know. Just trying to take on board what was happening.
No, you're good. You're good. Just recording it, laughing at you. Thank you, Sandeep.
Car, like, sooner rather than later.
Agreed to meet with us to hear our questions.
My name's
Do you guys want to fuck me and I'll drive you anywhere you want anytime?
Ride with you.
Special deal.
The complaint is that you were offering free rides for sexual favours.
No, mate.
What can you tell us about? So what would you say to her if you could see her now?
Well, if she'd get into my Uber, I'd apologize to her, I promise.
I would just like to
Blasé, you know, just as if it was no big
At the end of the day, Sandeep may be thirsty, weird, creepy, but he's a great Uber driver.
terrible fit.
Competitors like Sheba are now popping up with all-female drivers. That Sandeep Singh was removed as a driver, but they didn't pass.
Now he drives for Sheba.
To the complainant.
Oh, I can't ask for sex in Uber anymore, so I'm gonna try Lyft. I, for one, can see the good heart under Sandeep. He had good intentions, and if nothing else, he asked. It's rare you find a rapist like that these days. Rapists don't even ask anymore. Sad state of things. Roxy Jacinko hunting for mystery poo jogger. Now that's big. That's big. The poo jogger's been a menace.
Spoiled by a number 2.
Well, I mean,
damn, that's rough, man. Can't even shit next to a car in private anymore? Fucking Big Brother's always watching.
And use their bath.
Didn't count on being caught.
Wait, what did she wipe with? She brought her own toilet paper? Was this premeditated?
Exhibit A?
Exhibit A?
Okay, what's up here?
Wait, are they just leaving the shit around this girl's car?
Fresh?
Around here.
They're just collecting her
A
shit?
few seconds.
It's a PR office. Maybe they're faking it for attention. Could be Roxy shitting. Man, imagine a business so terrible that in order to be relevant, you have to shit in public. I don't know how far they'll get with the strategy, but you could be right. Customers say obnoxious removalists destroyed their furniture. I'll give it a try.
Don't be fooled by the innocent-sounding name. That's the warning from some customers of Peter Rabbit Removals, who say all that Peter delivered were damaged goods and broken promises. So
nice.
We tracked him down.
Thanks, Peter.
To get some answers.
Thanks, the Prime Soulfire.
He's an awful man and he runs a terrible business.
Peter Warren from Peter Rabbit Removals.
Sorry? But he's been doing this for 38 years and every dog has its day.
Are you trying to run away from all your problems back down your little rabbit warren?
This is Peter Warren.
Hey, Peter.
A man who boasts over 4 decades in the removalist industry and a truckload of unhappy customers.
People should
Well, stop using them.
removals because we are there to make sure that you are satisfied and
Thanks to the Prime
sure
Babalo.
everything goes to the plan of your move.
I would describe him as
And Tyler in the
aggressive
resub Ferna.
and a bit arrogant and forceful.
Very shady. He obviously has no pride in his business at all.
We've spoken to a lot of your customers. They say they claim that you've ripped them off.
He's an extremely obnoxious, arrogant person, and
He seems sweet.
he is a male to stand over women.
Vanessa
What?
Saab and her two daughters, Olivia and Maddie, needed to move house late last year.
This is an aggressive shot. Are they threatening Peter?
And its owner, Peter Warren.
Because we were downsizing, so there wasn't a lot for him to move, and he was prepared to store it for us for a week.
The quote of $264
Thanks to Prime
was
Beyond and the
too
resub
good
doc
to
and
pass
glitch.
up. But as it turns out, it was a classic case of getting what you paid for.
We saw the state of the furniture when it was being unloaded, and I voiced then how unhappy I was that the condition it was in, that it was absolutely appalling. And
Can I see it?
wasn't prepared to pay.
11 out of the 12 items
Hmm.
were damaged, including the washing machine, dresser, bookshelf, and this hutch given to Vanessa.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job.
From her parents. She called Peter Warren to complain.
Who's the Prime
He
Elite?
told me that if I didn't pay on the day, he was going to drive off with my furniture in the truck, and I wouldn't see it.
Nah, but pretty uninteresting. Volume's maxed. ACA is just quiet. Residents resort to sticky tape to save sinking home. I don't know how reliable that technique is.
Now the Australians fighting to save their sinking homes. Many have already forked out
Thanks,
thousands
Prime
on repairs
Sleazy.
for an issue
Can't
they
click links.
say council should pay for.
Thanks the Prime Couture.
So I could enjoy it with my grandkids.
A dodgy drain, a sacked council with a sewerage problem, and a row of residents with sinking homes who refuse to pipe down.
Casey Council, stop with the corruption and fix our homes.
It's draining to think this storm water issue has plunged into its 10th year, but that's the reality for grandparents.
Well, luckily we have a lot of sticky tape, though.
I don't come out here.
Why don't you come out here, though?
I don't think it's safe enough to come out here.
The Cassars moved into their family home
There's the Prime
more than
Ellen,
20
Elena.
years ago. Back then, the roof was in one piece, and grout was enough to keep the tiles together. No sticky tape required. But in 2000,
Do you think that's helping at all?
a 1 in 500 year flooding event hit their suburb in Melbourne's
Oh, wow.
southeast, and this is where the issues began. The flood sent water so high in parts that jet skis appeared on suburban streets. In the short term, Barb and Tony thought they'd survived without major damage until the cracks started to appear.
What's the point, though? I don't think the sticky tape is holding that
A year or
together.
two after the flood, their roof and
Just to make it
floor
not so
split
sharp, I
into
guess?
pieces after their backyard began dropping away. We measured that over the past few years, Barb and Tony's yard has sunk 40 centimetres from the old levels, and with the home just hanging on, Barb has had to stop grandkids Ariana and Ashton from playing out the back at Grandma's.
I'm scared they could fall over and hurt themselves. And I don't like coming out the back door, but
Kids are like indestructible.
watch it out there.
They get hit by a dump truck and be fine.
Scary.
I don't think a little uneven terrain is a big deal for them. Now me, this would be a hazard for
There's
me.
no doubt the damage is centred around the spot where a council storm water pipe runs beneath their yard and through to neighbours like Brett Dykes.
Just mind your step, because the big crack is a tripping hazard.
Is that a result of the sinkage?
Yes.
Goodness me.
Brett has lived next door.
Oh God, be careful! Almost fell straight into the core of the earth.
Arrived with his wife and
That
5
chasm.
kids. His block was crack-free and level, but that's no longer the case for Brett either.
It's depressing coming outside, and I'm not sure what to do.
The damage is clearest at
Holy
Brett's
shit.
place when 16-year-old Lockie tries to shoot hoops.
He's not bad at basketball because of the ground.
Basketball court is now a slippery slope, with every shot rolling down collapsed concrete to the folded fence line.
This is why I'm not going to the
above
NBA, Dad.
Infamous council pipe.
If the house were to be unlivable, would you have any options?
No. No. We got nowhere else to go.
The street in question lies in Melbourne's infamous city of Casey, where the council was sacked in February for alleged corruption.
Uh-oh.
Since then, Jenny Pack, who owns a medical clinic a few doors up from Brett, has helped rally locals together.
It really breaks my heart to see all the residents suffering.
On behalf of the group, Jenny says that while the flood may have started the sinking, the placement of the council pipe under their properties made it worse. Jenny says council was told of these concerns 6 years ago.
That's a good question, Lizard. Yeah.
Agreed to install
I think there's only tape. Like, there's no such thing as not sticky tape.
They're still denying
It's a pretty dumb title.
that it has nothing to do with all the cracks in all our homes.
In a statement, James Collins, Casey's planning director, says, "We understand the residents' concerns. However, council's stormwater..."
I was saying I haven't seen the Bell Life. I answered that.
And found not to be the cause.
But I might.
An independent geotechnical investigation determined that the subsidence was a result of the
Okay, so they need to fix that. Then they probably won't. We call it sticky tape. Yeah, I get. I mean, but why? But why call it sticky tape? I guess, like, yeah, it's sex tape, caution tape. But I mean, if you just said residents resort to tape to sinking home, wouldn't you get the same idea? Like, oh, they're taping it shut. Not like they're using videotapes, you know? It's all the same. Like, all tape is sticky in that context, right? It's kind of just a worthless adjective. Sticky tape. We assume it would be sticky. We would hope. Well, measuring tape, though, that has a name. You wouldn't, like, if you're going to measure something, you wouldn't say, hey, get the tape so I can measure this. You'd ask for the measuring tape. Whereas if you're trying to put something together, you would just ask for the tape, not the sticky tape. It really is like saying, get me the wet water. Just some dumb shit. I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick, actually. That was a good reminder. Thanks for the Prime Biscuit. I'll be right back. I'm back, team. What the fuck is up, you pussies? Thanks to the Prime Florp and Tresdo. Oh. Mom says cops confused ice cream with mobile phone. Why does that matter? Is it illegal to have ice cream? Or mobile phones?
$5 ice cream that cost Mum Michelle almost $500.
Whoa.
That's the fine she copped after police accused her of using a mobile
Madness.
behind the wheel.
And Griffin.
But Michelle's adamant they got it wrong.
It started with an ice cream, ended with a $500 fine, and all melts down to a mum asking police to put aside the ego. Magnum ego, that is.
This is a story of ice cream.
This sounds like a riveting tale.
Magnum-loving mum who says a receipt purchased from this service station proves the police officer who fined her needs to chill. You must be Michelle.
I am.
Why,
You've
though?
been unfairly fined.
I sure have.
I want to hear all about it, but I guess first we better get some ice creams, eh?
Yes, yes. Make
Oh,
sure
obviously,
you get
yes, of course.
caramel Magnum Egos.
Thanks for Prime Antho and the gift sub, Kevin. I've never had one of these before. Are they any good?
All right, now we can tell the story, Michelle. So you came to the service station and you bought one of these.
Yes, that's right.
They are
As I was
good.
driving down the road, the police passed me on the opposite
Honestly, he was
side.
probably just trying to flirt.
They were driving, yeah.
But then she said no, so he gave her a ticket.
So the
Or he saw the
passenger,
wedding ring.
driver has seen me with something in my hand.
And that was a Magnum
that was
Ego.
a Magnum Ego, that's right.
Not a
yeah.
mobile phone.
Not a mobile phone.
This was 2 Mondays ago. as Michelle drove along the winding forest roads of Melbourne's northeast.
They proceeded to turn around and follow me up the hill, and by this time I had finished my ice cream, and they had accused me of being on a mobile phone.
Could a mobile be mistaken for a Magnum?
Of course it could.
Something we need to test. Were you using your mobile phone while driving?
Thanks to resub Pterodactyl and the gift sub Llama and
No way
5
that
new
I'd
subs
be using
Matt.
my Magnum Ego
Thank you, Matt.
and holding my phone and driving all at the same time.
Thanks to the resub Pudpo.
And the 34-year-old says she can prove it. As police pulled her over, Michelle produced evidence of her snack.
I still had my wrapper and I still had the stick. So as I said, I just finished eating it and I'd placed it down in the console. So I had everything there to show. And later on, embarrassingly enough, I still had chocolate on my t-shirt.
Uh-oh, that's another crime.
Claims he saw the golden glint of a mobile phone from within Michelle's car.
What?
But the mother of one says that could have been her jewellery.
So whether or not he spotted this ring or my watch, I'm not sure, as I was holding it like this.
Nah, the only tip
Also,
is to be
the
consistent,
Magnum Ego
supersonic. That's all you can really control.
Center, so whether or not like that part was glistening in the sun, it was a sunny day.
Michelle was slapped with a fine of almost $500.
I would be so fucking pissed.
Later that day, she managed to get a copy of her receipt from the service station. It shows the ice cream was bought at 4:34 p.m.
What the fuck?
The fine was written up just
A $500 fine for ice
and
cream.
Michelle says this should lay reasonable doubt over what the officer saw and should be enough to put the fine on ice.
I only just returned back to work for a week, and then yes, we're copying this.
Thanks to Prime Zigster. I think Current Affair is great.
Finally, Michelle takes
She needs justice.
to show her car has a hands-free system.
So, Michelle, are we talking on Apple Play right now?
We are.
Oh god, is this an advertisement?
So I have no need to be holding my mobile phone while driving.
I think Michelle should definitely fight the fine. I mean, if she's innocent...
Thanks to the Prime Dude guy and the resub Sky Dude.
Adam Cockayne, known
I don't know,
as
Philip.
the fine defender, specialises in
good
these
question.
cases. He says people who challenge their fines in court have a good chance of winning.
80% of those
Thanks to
fines
Tier 1 lead AI.
which says to me that the review system is not working, because they shouldn't have got that far.
But to truly get the scoop on what happened, we return to where Michelle...
Just try and get arrested with a ice cream cone.
To put this to the test.
Oh, thank you for the 10 gift subs, lead AI.
And we'll see just
damn,
how
thank
easy
you,
it
man.
is to mistake an ice cream for a mobile. What do
I
you
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. All right, you're going to need one of these.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I hope she gets fined again.
On the same patch of road, in the same car, at the same speed, we recreate the day, with the Current Affair cameras acting as the policeman, driving in the opposite direction.
How would he even notice that?
Across 3 attempts, one thing is clear. It's remarkable the officer thinks he could see anything at all. So, just to be sure, Michelle does one final run, with our cameras standing still.
Ooh, that's a fucking criminal right there.
Here, but Michelle plans to contest the fine. She's hoping she's built a solid ice cream-based defence that will take some topping.
I shouldn't have to pay it. I wasn't doing anything wrong, so...
Thanks for the gift sub, Rubber Ducky and resub Slicer.
Pretty convincing. We approached Victoria Police to ask if they might have got it wrong in Michelle's case, but the policeman involved is adamant he saw a mobile phone.
What a fucking loser. Alright. Oh, I wanted to see if there was a follow-up. No, I guess this was only 6 days ago, so we wouldn't know. What else we got? Messiah who professes to wipe away debt, investigated by the ASIC. I don't know what the ASIC is, but can he actually wash away debt?
Whether it's
Does he have the
wiping
power?
out the debt or playing Cupid, self-proclaimed Messiah David claims he can do the lot for a price. But authorities say he's a Judas, accused of pocketing hundreds of thousands of dollars from customers.
No need to panic, folks. Just a public service announcement. How are you?
Uh-oh.
David Murphy.
He's entered into the retirement home.
What's the story?
The so-called Messiah
Thanks to
who
Reset
claims
Llama.
he can work
Bits cake.
magic in our banking system.
Why don't we do it with your debts and see what happens? And you give a story to your people.
That'd be great.
In the bedroom,
Love one another, not one other. So everyone goes.
Mr. Murphy offers to wipe out your debts during the day.
People can have their debts, loans or mortgages paid out for 25% of the outstanding balance.
And keep you company at night. Are you a bit of a ladies' man, Messiah?
I don't approach. It's up to them to approach me. And I can always say no.
Debt and dating. What a combo.
Wait, his wife
drop
lets him
into
fuck?
Messiah, are you pulling the wool over people's
What, like
eyes?
anthills or something? What is this man fucking?
All over people's eyes if you've got a money-back guarantee on results.
On behalf of angry Messiah customers. People have come to us saying that you just take their money and run.
No, I don't run. I'm always at home.
In one of the most bizarre encounters of the year.
We're having dinner, honey bunch.
Okay, honey bunch. All right. You are single.
That is absolutely a witch.
David.
100%. She's been around for 200 years, at least.
Nobody's money's gone into the piggy tonight. If you could have your debts, loans or mortgages wiped out, you're the one doing the promotion tonight, so I can talk. Get back to me later on.
David Murphy looks like any other bloke on a night out. But for an upfront fee, Murphy the Messiah insists he can pay off your debt using his money.
Thank you, John. I hope you had a good night,
man. The scheme
man.
is called Debt Wipeout, but this isn't a financial institution. It's a ministry.
Thanks to Reset Buck.
This isn't right.
People
It's hard to say
bogged
whatever
down
you
in
want, really,
credit card
Kalik.
debt like Dave.
It hurts me knowing that he's going around doing this to people, to good, honest people who are working hard.
Who's the prime
And
BZ?
Topanga
Anything that sounds too good to be true, don't do it.
Hey, sleep
took
well,
a
Larry.
chance on the so-called Messiah, seen here peddling his scheme online in his signature Hawaiian shirt.
You're free. You're making money. You're saving. You're saving.
But the banks aren't buying it. They told customers who had paid the Messiah thousands of dollars in upfront fees they've been led up the garden path.
I don't know how people are so dumb to believe that shit. It is crazy.
The legal team has actually
Crazy.
said, this isn't right, this doesn't seem like a legit scheme that this guy is running.
Enter Simon Moran from Essex Financial Services Enforcement Division,
wild.
making serious allegations about Mr. Murphy's conduct.
Give me $50,000 and you'll have no more debt.
The law by operating a
Who
financial
believes that
service
shit?
without a license, and also misleading consumers, for example, about their ability to wipe out debts.
The Messiah
It's not
though,
even
doesn't
old people.
appear
Those two
too
people were
concerned,
young.
Because when he's not wiping out debt, he's playing Cupid, setting people up. And according to his
Now I
online
can believe that.
posts,
Oh, yeah.
no strings attached secret sleepovers are also on the menu.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I thought we'd drop in before things got too lively. You are in the presence of greatness. The Saviour, Messiah David.
God.
And pull up a pew.
This is like the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Crew.
There's a number of
These are like
adults
skeletons here.
who have lost a bit of money.
We have a
courtesy of-
money-back guarantee on results.
You have a
Tell them
money-back
they have
guarantee.
a money-back guarantee.
During this chat, David mentions his money-back guarantee 50
Approach me
times.
about the money-back guarantee. We have a money-back guarantee.
These are 5 gift subs retro, isn't it? Thank you, man.
Not to me.
Thank you
How
for the
do they know
generosity.
about you?
Because they can't get their money, David.
But they don't ask me for under the money-back guarantee.
All this talk of debt has dampened the date night mood.
Dave, shouldn't you be talking to this guy outside? I mean, what are you doing in here? Take it outside.
He wants to do it here. I don't mind.
So he's having a chat.
Take it outside.
I don't mind. We got a money-back guarantee.
Sorry to interrupt the date night. Sorry to interrupt the...
Do it outside.
Sorry to
No,
interrupt
they
the
won't
date
do it
night.
outside.
You know,
This
but we
company
won't be
will.
long. But David's happy to answer the questions. I mean,
I'm happy to answer the question. We've got a money-back guarantee.
and this
Damn, he
is
just
the sort
fucking
of
power
debt
moved
that
on him right there. He fucking Gangnam styled his ass. Shut the fuck up over there, you old man. Talking to this old
What's the
man.
crime? There's no crime in paying out a person's debt that is not mine. What's the problem?
The problem is that you've got their money, right? Hard-earned
But
money.
they're not asking for it back.
3 months of
Thanks
trying
for
to get
sub,
this money
CJ.
back out of him now, I look at it as if I've lost my money. There's no way that I could get the money back off him.
How did you believe him, man?
Dave's one of at least 32 people, ASIC allege, who have paid Murphy upfront fees totaling $240,000 to clear their debt.
Thanks for 5 gift subs,
People can tell
Harpo.
other friends.
Surely
I
you
think
would
you could
know
prime
whether
Todd.
your account has
The account's got
$200,000.
$70,000 in it.
I'll check it out, Lizard.
So where's the other 150?
I don't know that the 240,000 is correct. There have been some commissions paid out to spotters because people can tell friends and be paid.
Ah yes, the Messiah pays commissions to spotters who bring in new clients like Dipanka.
But the way this was done was very well done.
How long have you
What?
been stringing people
How?
along?
How is that very well done? Give me upfront 20 grand and I'll make your debts gone.
Well,
I can say that.
I think.
And so did
say
the
whatever.
banks. So did the banks.
The banks are concerned because they're missing out on the interest. They want everyone to be in debt.
David Murphy doesn't have a financial license. He claims he
Thanks
doesn't
for the
need
resub,
one
Master Boss.
because
Well, that
debt
sounds like
wipeout
something I'll have to watch
is a
off stream,
mystery.
Dans.
When will
Thank you
this
for the 5
be
gift
shown
subs,
on
Harpo the
TV?
Marks.
Well, you're the Messiah, you
Sorry, I
tell
just
me.
saw that. Thank you.
Murphy claims
Appreciate
he
the
has
5
a
gift
stash
subs,
of
man.
money locked away in a trust account, earning 40% interest per annum, that he uses to wipe people's credit cards, loans and mortgages. But if I come back to you in a month, will you be able to give me examples of you paying off
I
people's
won't
debt?
give you the names.
No, but can you give me examples?
We'll see what happens.
It's not clear to us what exactly happened with all the consumer funds, but what we did do
What?
is apply to the court for orders
He took
freezing
them.
assets of
What
both
do you
Debt
mean?
Wipeout and Mr. Murphy, and the court granted those orders.
How much are your debts? Tell me.
Thank you for the tier 1
David,
Benjamin and the
tell me
5
how
gift
much
subs,
you're
Ivanator.
That's a bit personal, David. I'm not one of your customers.
No, you're not.
No, and I don't think I will be.
I know my case.
They shot him down in flying.
Tell them to prove me wrong.
That's easy.
Tell them to prove me wrong.
That's like the easiest request
Federal
ever.
courts ordered David Murphy to stop peddling his debt wipeout scheme until the case is heard later this month.
Man, it is always crazy for me the kind of scams people will fall for out there in the real fucking world. Like the goddamn Bitcoin doubler when the most low effort scam I've ever seen online, where they just posted like, send a Bitcoin here and we'll send double back. Just be honest, did anybody in this chat right now actually fall for that? I know we have like a few cryptocurrency, like big cryptocurrency enthusiasts in here. Did you fall for that shit? Be honest. I have to know. Obviously, there's going to be people pretending to be saying yes, but I want to hear like a real story. Because I just can't wrap my head around who would read that. Like when Elon Musk and all of them got their Twitters fucked up, and they just posted, send us Bitcoin here and we'll give double back. Like, how could you possibly rationalize that for even 1 second? Thanks for the gift sub, Crumple McStinky. Appreciate another one, man. And thanks for the tier 1 Nauershan and Arrow. Thank you for the tier 1 Arrow. And the resub Francisco and the Prime Thesaurus. I've already watched everything from All Gas, No Breaks. And thanks for the bits, Neen. And Prime Mind Sauce. See, is that real though? You did, but you only sent 1,000 in Bitcoin. Is that a real story, finesse, excuse me? Did you actually send $1,000 to the doubling link? Or to the Bitcoin wallet expecting double in return? Or are you just memeing? In RuneScape, it's different. You're a child. If you fall for a doubling money scheme in RuneScape, you are most likely under the age of 14. And that's a real experience that sticks with you forever. But as an adult, I don't know how you don't, like, process that. Thanks to the resub, Tacky. Imagine winning almost 200,000 and being told it was a mistake. How the fuck does that happen?
Imagine winning almost $200,000 on a $50 bet, then being told it's all a mistake. That's what happened to young dad
Yeah, it's
Andrew.
terrible, Jello.
He says he
Thanks for the
shouldn't
gift
be
sub, Nauer.
punished for a gambling giant's error, and he wants his jackpot.
I was refreshing the screen going, no, it's really in there, like I've won this money. This is just life-changing. Melbourne dad Andrew McCuldy can't get this Whitney
He's a tier 1
Houston
best in the
classic
resub
out of
arm
his head.
in Lebanon.
He too says he was oh so close to having it all.
Thanks to the resub flipping.
You know, when you get lucky, that's just how it is.
But Andrew didn't foresee
sorry.
how unlucky his luck would be when he placed 3 bets on American baseball.
Red Sox take unannounced tonight. Second home run of the season. That ball was ripped.
Found a same-game multi that I wanted to put on, which involved a team scoring 4 runs or more, and then the total score.
You got scammed in CS&GO. That's a little different, though, I guess.
2,000 to 1 odds on that.
To Andrew's surprise,
That's a little
his
underwhelming.
$50 punt hit a home run.
That's a high deep drive left
The
field.
first mistake was watching baseball in the first place.
Home run.
Yep.
60 grand
Agreed.
jumped into his account. Not bad.
So we drew 60,000 and then watched the remainder of another game, which was part of the second combination.
And you wouldn't believe it.
See you.
Yeah. Pretty boring story. I like the title, though. Sounded like it could be cool. Thanks for the gift sub, Puente. Tales of Vesperia is a great game. RuneScape scams teach you real-world economics real fucking quick. No, I'm saying I probably can't watch that, Dan. Not on Twitch.
Now, pants down, this is one of the weirdest protests you will ever see. Wes has had enough. So
Wow.
he's staging a month-long sit-down protest on the side of a major highway.
Good man.
So Wes, what are you doing, mate?
Well, mate, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I know there's not a lot of privacy here.
So install a toilet in every vehicle.
Doesn't supply toilets. Wes Walker doesn't mince his words when it comes to standing up, or in this case, sitting down for what he believes in.
Well, can I say it gives me the shit?
King of the roadside throne,
Yeah, fuck it.
Wes has spent the last month staging a protest calling for toilets to be installed at this truck pit stop in Gatton, west of Brisbane.
Oh, there's no toilets there? I'd be pretty mad too.
This is wrong. It's so wrong. Sorry, I just get emotional.
That's all right. Obviously, you feel strongly about it.
Passionate about it. They're the lifeline of the country.
Toilets or
Today,
truckers?
truckies came from far and wide to show their support for this unlikely crusader.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but obviously us as females, we have other needs that men don't have.
You go anywhere else and people expect in their office, in their workshop, in their warehouse to have a toilet.
Sometimes you just got to go. You've been in the truck for 5 or so hours, like when you pull up.
He's the resub dog.
So this has to be one of the most unusual protests I've ever seen.
Well, Chris, it's not a protest, it's a petition.
Yeah, and those usually work.
Harm. All I'm doing is supporting the people that keep this country together. And until the general public understands, without trucks, you won't even be watching your TV.
Queensland's Transport and
true.
Roads Department
He's
spent
not wrong.
$18 million building this facility so truckies driving road trains can decouple their loads and head on into the city.
Just beyond comprehension that you'd spend that much money here and not at least have a toilet facility.
Last year when we were in lockdown, truck drivers were essential. This year...
Well, they'll always kind of be essential until it's automated.
Transport departments say this facility was never meant to be a pit stop. That's because the land around it is owned by Queensland University, and the university...
Yeah, just install a shitter in the truck.
...would present a biosecurity risk. They believe that human waste and litter will impact on their agricultural research projects.
This is an environmental disaster. There's no two ways about that.
The biosecurity risk at the moment...
The biosecurity risk.
Because people
True.
have to go.
The truckies are relieving themselves...
This is a man who's been shitting in the fucking grass. This man's guilty. I can see it.
But we've got nowhere else to go.
Truckies say they've been told they'll be charged if they relieve themselves at this site, which is surrounded by security cameras.
I mean, it's pretty bad if they're going to start charging drivers for having to go to the toilet here when they can't go anywhere else.
Is this the only truck stop in all of Australia? Like Christ.
if I fall out of my wheelchair here, can you pick me up and put me back in it?
Wes says he's already collected thousands of signatures on his petition. Of course, the Transport Department says if truck drivers are caught short, they can simply drop in at the BP service station down the highway. But Wes says that's not a solution because it means they have to make another stop, and no one has checked with BP.
Thanks to the resub
to see if they're
Foxtrot.
happy about it.
So do you think it is just money? Is that what the government's worried about?
Toilets can't be that expensive.
The government hasn't got any money. It's the taxpayers' money.
True.
And I can assure you, the good people out there paying taxes wouldn't begrudge a truck driver having a toilet here.
He's battling on for the truckies, and I just take my hat off to him. I think he's a fantastic bloke.
John Shollick runs the local newspaper and has put in a portaloo for Wes, who's on a disability pension, to use while he's staging his sit-in.
I just think it's deplorable in this day and age. Are we a third world country now with truck drivers? Once again, the poor old truckies get hit.
It's dire straits. There's no other word for it.
Now, the Transport and Main Roads Department says it doesn't install toilets at these truck facilities because the public would think they were public rest areas. Their full statement is on our website.
I mean, it's a pretty good reason. People do love toilets. It'll become a hot spot. Soon you'll have kids going there and hanging out just because there's toilets there. I can see where they're coming from. People just flock to places with shitters. It's in our nature. Here's the resub protector. I'm gonna fill up my water real quick. Give me 1 second.